wizard's words. Every single day, it's always the wrong way. I'm looking for the truth, screaming from the roof. Here comes the blizzard full of facts from the wizard. Tell me if you heard, that's the wizard's words. That's the wizard's words. Every single day, it's always the wrong way.
How are we all? Can you hear me? Good evening, random Rachel Geese. Hope you are well. I'll see RS was here earlier in the house. It's coming, I know it. Someone had a peek. Happy days. I'd actually done a video earlier with reviewing Katie Hopkins, and something went on with the microphone. Don't know what it was. But here we go. That's all I need. Got a new mouse mat. Living the dream. Going purple. Spreading the wealth. I hope you are all well. I've got everything here. I got a message from Blank Faces Kelly saying, "Can he make it tonight?" I was like, "No, but what can you do?" I don't know if I was going Scottish or what there. But yeah, I'm wearing my favourite shirt. This video is sponsored by thewizardswords.com. Might as well throw that in there. But I have confirmed we will be doing a DNA special next Thursday with Dani from The Real Julie Wandelt, and on Facebook, that is a Facebook, and on YouTube, so through the Looking Glass -TDLG. So she will be in the house. Hopefully she's going to be in the comments to help with, any questiones. And I will be going to something she posted up that I thought was really cool. It's just too good to miss. I'm sure you probably read it, but we're going to read it again anyway, because it puts a lot of stuff to bed. Regards Julie Wandelt's identity and human rights. So it's all good in the hood. And we were on some weird, random Rachel and I were on, I don't know, what would you call it? An AI thing? It was going for like 12 hours. I was on there telling everyone, come and talk to real people. Because there's some people there that thought Julia Wandelt was Madeleine McCann. So like, come over here, come have a chat. Join the Gandalf gang. Yep, and RS, yes. RS. Every time I see that, it reminds me of religious studies. I don't know why. Must be my age. But yeah. But I have got a few things. Look, I'm prepared. I'm actually prepared. Up here, this is what I have in my comments, sort of questions or sort of, I don't know, little sort of statements that people have had that are wrong. So, it's still going now, is it? 16 hours. Oh, my word. Blimey heck. I think YouTube only puts things up and archives it if it's 12 hours or under, I think. So... Evening, Fred. Hope you're well, sir. Hope you are well. We're just discussing that, or I was just saying that Blank Faces has had to pull out due to personal things, which obviously we don't go broadcasting all that, do we? But it's all good, and hopefully Dani will be along at some point in the chat. Hopefully, she did say, but she's feeling rather drowsy and everything, so she's poorly. So we all got to send our prayers and blessings and get well soons. But hopefully she will be okay. And like I said, we'll be doing a DNA special next Thursday, 8 p.m. Dani is on it. But Dani's put a post up on her Facebook. I wasn't planning on doing it, but she posted up about Julie Wandelt's identity and human rights. And I thought, blimey heck, that's really good. So I'll bring that up on screen so you can all see it and we can read it, because it's really good. I think Dani knows her details. Good investigationage. Puts me to shame. I thought I was good, but no. But I think we established last week Dani was Chief Wizette. But everyone, all you viewers, get in the chat, say hi. Do you believe Julie Wandelt is Madeleine McCann or not? That'd be a good thing. Let me know. Tell me where you are in the world. I'm in Portsmouth in the UK, the South Coast. It's been windy, a little bit rainy, and then really, really windy. And that wasn't me after a curry with the wind. That was all down to God. So yeah, happy days. So yeah, you said to look at one. I did look at one. That made me laugh. But let me just, yeah, I mean, blooming flat Earth. What's going on with these people? I was want to see on my other laptop about the chat being in the bottom corner, but I've got no way of changing that. I'd make it a bit bigger myself. You know what I mean? A little bit bigger. But yeah, I had an advert. I've got a laptop here to keep an eye. So as and when adverts pop up, I shut up. Let the advert, skip it. You got the ad as well. That's me getting paid, geeks. See, that's cool. But yeah, I've had a look and I've made sure it's all on minimum, all my adverts, because I've had about 3 people say, "Oh, there's adverts every minute," and I was like, "Well, it can't be every minute. That'd be ridiculous. It's not ITV." But yeah, I've made sure it shouldn't be that bad. But I mean, it's how you support the channel, free of charge. I mean, it's cool, isn't it? But obviously, like it says at the bottom here, there are all other options and super chats and this, that, and everything else. But I don't really say too much about that. But what can you do? So yeah, me too, geez. Yeah, I saw it. I did see it. Oi! At least we all get an ad at the same time. So when I stop, we all wait for the button, skip it, and then we're all on it. So, but I believe so, Fred. I believe so. But you don't have to if we're live like this. Do you know what I mean? But I mean, if you're watching just a video in general, if you watch the advert, yeah, because they're skippable, aren't they? So you get paid X amount. Because I watch a few channels, and when the advert comes up, as much as I'm like, oh, but I will watch it because I've not supported them in any other way. So that's how I do my bit, geese. But it depends if you're in the mood, innit? But yeah, the skippable ads, and they do, like, I don't know, it comes through. It says like auction or something. So they bid to be on your channel, or they bid to, I don't know. Trying to make out I know what I'm on about, but I don't. But yeah, blooming adverts for ITV in it. But yeah, right. Let's investigate what's going on. It definitely could be bigger, couldn't they? The old. It's a shame it don't give you a chance to make those comments on the screen bigger. So I thought, I'll bring them up so people can see it all. But it's in a beta mode. This is new for StreamYard. It's a new add-on, but for some reason it's not allowing you to sort of make it bigger or smaller. Because I like to make those so you could actually read on screen. That'd be better. But what can you do? Yes, Matthew Steeples. Yes, he's one that's wined and dined with Maggie Thatcher and Co. But that's what I mean. It's a bit small, isn't it? I mean, I maximised it on my other laptop. It's still a bit small. I thought I'll put the messages up because it looks quite cool. But it's a bit tiny. But you can see your names. I can just about see your names from back here. But yeah, Matthew Steeples. That's the sort of person that probably, I know he was talking to Sean Atwood, but I don't think that he'd ever talk to someone like me. I'm way too common. He's well educated. He's probably got loads of money. doing well in life. He ain't going to talk to some common old wizard wearing that Julia is not Maddie t-shirt that's available at thewizardswords.com. Cheeky. But yes, I have watched him. He's very well spoken as well. So that's the guy with the wife in the back. No, I'm the guy with a wife with a knife in me back. She got me geese. No, not really. No, not his wife, but there's a poor lady in the background. Oh, don't be sorry. You are here. And it blooming is cold. I'll give you that. So, yeah, I think he's got limited knowledge on stuff, but he knows this stuff, doesn't he, about the royalty and politics. But a lot of what he gives is his opinion, his view, or whatever. So, you know, you could take it with a pinch of salt, couldn't you? But a mim or something, what's that? A lady mim. It's probably got a maid. Hey, I know who is behind the constant live. Ooh. Ooh. Oh my God, you actually read ooh. That's what I said. Ooh. Ooh. It's a bit of a random thing though, doing it being constant live, because like I say, YouTube archives up to 12 hours and puts it in your thing. Anything over that, it won't archive it, so it won't get saved. That's weird that you actually typed what I said. Ooh. But Sakura, Sean is a business. Yes, he is. He is making money. Yes, he's making a fair bit of money. He does a lot of lives and everything. He's got 17 books. He's very clever on what he says. Yes, and how he says it. Yeah, he'd do anything and everything, but he'd probably sell his mum. Who knows? Anyone who would endanger people by the drugs he sold is showing his true self. Yeah, drug smuggling, drug dealing, out of like what? He obviously do anything for money. Crazy. He was talking about self-deleting himself the other night. I reported him. Self-deleting himself? Who? Matthew Steeples or Sean Atwood? But yeah, I think Sean Atwood, he's a smart cookie on the sly there in his head. He knows what he's doing, how he's doing it and that. So, you know, I can't knock anyone for blooming doing their thing, can we? Let's be honest. Steeples, yeah. Actually, deleting himself. So, from the AI thing. Hello, Tanya Dean. Good evening. Yes, you found it. Happy days. Happy days. Yes. This is Rachel and I met Tanya earlier on the AI 24-hour feed thing. So yeah, she found us. Happy days. Random Rachel says, hi, Tanya. Oh, good. We have the Wizette. Chief Wizette is in the house through the looking glass. Hello. And all links for Through the Looking Glass in the description. It says, Dani, get in there. There's through the Looking Glass. And as you can see on a little profile pic, the real Julie Wandelt, that's Facebook. That's what I've got up here on screen that has been there for 10 minutes and I've not even read it. But I've done that, you know, a bit of advertising. So, you know, the real Julie Wandelt Facebook is a brilliant page for brilliant information because Dani knows her stuff. So, yeah, happy days. It's cushy. Has Ron deleted his Maddie stuff? Ron Swanson, I do not know. Because I was looking to do something on one of his videos. I've got a when have I got it? Monday, the Break the Ice, that channel. I'll be going through something Monday at 8 p.m. Break the Ice, the interview with Julie Wandelt. I thought, yeah, we'll watch that and do a bit of body language analysis and see what we think on that. But that's with Break the Ice. But yeah, there was something on Ron and I couldn't find it. You might be onto something there, Sakura. So Dani, yay. That's what I'm saying. Through the Looking Glass, Fred says, hi, TTLG. And I think that's shouting because it's in capitals, is it not? Hi, Rachel. Hi, Dani. It's Dani, female Dani. Hi, guys. Oh, moved a bit quick for me then. Hi, oh. Hi, Lulu. Oh, yeah, Lulu. I went a bit quick there. My bad. Welcome, Lulu. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you. Half mullet run. Oh, the desolate one is in the house. Good to see you again, sir. I'm wearing my mullet. I'm up here. Consider we're not actually doing the thing. Look. I've got my mullet going on. It's all shaved. It's all been shaved. I'll do a run. Yeah, guys, because right. Well, it is right. Julia is Maddie, folks. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. There you go. That's my Ron Swanson impression. I've got a sense of humour. Yes, I do. I hope you like my impression. Problem is, these guys look like idiots. Oh, and there's me just making myself look like an idiot. Oops. Running without checking, they could have got her passport as the other lady did. They are nothing even close to being an anon. They would be kicked out. If you want facts, it's a real Julia Wandelt Facebook page. Just search the real Julia Wandelt. That's the page you want. There's no messing. It's all facts, all researched by Dani herself. So why do you think Julia is not Maddie? Now that's a whole lot of can of worms. Basically, she does not have the eye defect. The 23andMe DNA test shows she was Polish, and she was born on the 20th of August 2001, not the 12th of May 2003. Just for a couple of purposes. But also, what I'm about to read from the Julia Wandelt Facebook page. I'll tell you what, Dani, you do well to go and check that out, because Dani's put stuff up there that's all real, and like fact checked, so it's all spot on. But what we're just about to go through is about her identity and her human rights. So obviously you're here, so you're going to see that, and there is actually the code, I believe. So I have read it. I swear somewhere further down it says about Julia's code that she has that proves, her birth date or something is used. It's like on our driving license, isn't it? You have your date of birth in there or something. So, smiley faces. Hello, Desolate, from Rachel. Constant live is to make her inside money as her supporters are waking up slowly but surely. Finally. It's probably desperation. It is desperation. Get a tee. What? For t-shirt. Sponsored by... I didn't finish the sentence. Sponsored by thewizardswords.com. Julia is not Maddie. Go and buy one. Everyone's got to wear them. Maybe it ought to make the creators some cash. Yep. It seems a bit weird to do that, but... What? I'm the freak around here. I'm a grown man. I'm 376 years old, and I call myself a wizard. I'm the freak. Dani is the one that knows everything, Tanya. That's her page, The Real Julia Wandelt on Facebook. She's researched, done this, done that. She knows everything. So, yes, I think we can all learn from Dani. There's so much, Tanya. Yep, there's so much as to why Julia is a fraud, a liar, and a con. And Julia threatened to sue me for calling her a fraud, a liar, and a con. And I said to her, if you can prove you're not a fraud, a liar, and a con, then sue me. And guess what? She never did. Because she can't. If Julia was Madeline, Kate McCann would be overjoyed. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, blimey. But I'm not being funny, but Julia Wandelt's a bit big. And the McCanns are quite lean, shall we say. Am I allowed to say it like that? But I mean, she's 2 years too old. But don't forget, Julia Wandelt claimed to be a kosher bishop, Inga Jerick. There's speculation about Livia Shep. And then there was a Polish girl that she claimed to be. So there's a few people that she's claimed to be before. And I am indeed Gandalf or Napoleon, Elvis Presley, and I'm Michael Jackson. Just so you know. And you're not allowed to say otherwise because you hurt my feelings. You're not allowed to trigger me. Cognitive dissonance. Using words I can't even say. Cognitive dissonance. Those who Juliet is still Maddie after the passport is shown. Yes. Oh, look. Embracing being a freak. Takes one to know one. Yeah, exactly. Bum cheeks. Juliet isn't Maddie. On this channel, loads of posts are dealing with the evidence. Yep. I've got loads of videos up, like eye defect, DNA, this, that, and everything else. But other than that, like I said, you can go to Facebook, the Real Julia Wandelt page, and there's loads. Just read all through that. There's loads. Amazing work done by the lady who does the Facebook page. That's Dani through the looking glass in the chat there. So, yeah, sending love. What do you feel yourself? Oh, on a last note, she's done thanks kind of things many times before. She's not a well woman, maybe dangerous. It's getting that way, isn't it? I mean, you have to be careful because Julie Wandelt, I mean, she's got to a point with stalking and harassment. Yeah. Yes, you can, but you can't fake documents in Poland, like England, birth certificate to get a passport. That can't be fake. Which I'm going to read in a min. Have you seen the photo of her? She has no resemblance to Madeline at all. And you don't need to be rude to people in here. Keep it classy. Yes. See, that's why I need another mod. I had a banner all set up. Look, because sometimes I've got proper geezer and that when I first started doing aliens, this, that, and everything else. So I've got mods that turn up at certain times, but I try and like time it all. So I don't know if anyone wants to be a mod. I can make someone a mod if they want to be a mod. I can get a moderator so you can give people warnings. You have the power of the spanner. That's me trying to big it up a bit there, but you know. But yes. Where was I? Yep, that was the one when You seem lovely, Tanya. Come on, we can all get along. We can educate you. You just got to be open-minded. Like Dani actually corrected me on the last live, wasn't it? Last Thursday, I was getting a little bit excited with the DNA, and I was sort of saying it, and I was that right that I went a little bit. So she pulled me back. Said nah. So you know, you got to be willing to be wrong, or a little bit wrong. So yes, it is indeed. Being 376 rocks, I'm not looking too bad for my age. You know what I mean? Thought I would have been a little bit grayer, but you know, haven't we all read? So why don't you speak about? I'm just about it. I was trying to keep up. This person also says Maddie. She issues. We can't help it yet. Right, I'll leave that. Right, I need to remember where I got to on that. What we'll do, yes, because this is what you want. This bit here. This is juicy. This is the Real Julia Wandelt. Like I said, the Facebook page. It's a really good page. So it's right up there with the Wizard Words on Facebook. It's brilliant. That's all I'm saying. It's just brilliant. Fundamental Human Rights, Part 1, Identity. As you can see, I hope it's nice and big enough as well so you can read along. Something that Julia's followers love to talk about is how Julia's human rights have been breached, particularly her right to know her identity. I did some research. Dani did, not me. Dani did some research to establish what legally constitutes proof of identity in the eyes of international human rights laws, and I'll share it with you now. Dani will share it with us now. Because Dani is in the chat, so she'll actually be able to answer a lot of people's questions as well. So yeah, happy days. First of all, let's understand the fundamental human rights to know one's own legal identity. And after this, we have the Q&A, by the way. The right to be recognised as a person before the law is a fundamental human right enshrined in international instruments, most notably Article 6 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, known as the UDHR, and Article 16 of the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, ICCPR for short. Everyone has the right to recognition everywhere as a person before the law. What does this mean? Legal identity is defined by the UN as the basic characteristics of an individual's identity, such as a name, sex, place, and date of birth. This is marvellous work, Dani. Credit where credit's due. I did say that in the post, actually, I replied. So how can this be officially, legally proven? Julia's supporters will say, DNA only. But is that what the law says? No, not at all. In the eyes of international human rights law, all law, in fact, the primary means of conferring legal identity is through civil registration, particularly birth registration. I hope you're all following me on this one, yeah? With the issuance of a corresponding certificate by an authorised civil registration authority. This forms a universally accepted foundational identity which recognises an individual as a person before the law. To break through the jargon and put this into simple terms related to Julia. All Julia needs to legally prove who she is her birth certificate issued by the Polish Civil Registry Office, known as that. Urzad Stanu Sulenego. I don't know how you say that, but that's a Polish Civil Registry Office. As her certificate will correspond to her birth entry in Poland's official citizen register. Guess who obtained a birth certificate from the Polish Civil Registry Office in 2023? Come on, guess. Oh, Julia Wandelt. There we go. Every country has its own civil registry, and Poland's is very robust. They take citizen registration very seriously and issue their citizens with an ID number known as a PESEL, which stands for what you can see there. Can you see that? Present me electronism system evidence. That's definitely some sort of universal electronic system. And it translates, I knew that really. And it translates to universal electronic system for registration of the population. Once a person's birth is registered, they are assigned their own 11-digit PESEL, and this is their citizen ID number. And it is for the rest of their life. It cannot be faked, forged, as it is assigned via a centralized electronic system. So remember that, it cannot be faked or forged. The same goes for an individual's birth registration, because the two are linked. Birth registration is made via the exact same centralized electronic system known as PESEL. Fun fact, this is what I remember. The fun fact: a person's PESEL ID number incorporates a date of birth with the first 6 digits And these are the first 6 digits of Julia's number, 012820. 01 is the year of birth. So straight away, that should be 03 if she was Maddie. 2 is century. 8, August, the month. 20, the day of the month. So straight away, there you go. But can birth certificates be forged? I hope you're all getting all this. If a person presents a Polish birth certificate from 2001 and that certificate is genuinely issued by the Polish Erst Stanu Suolnego, trying to be all official then about the Polish civil, look at me, and corresponds to an entry in their official register, then it is considered sufficient proof of their identity and origins. I was going to say orange. The comprehensive civil registration system and security measures in place in Poland. Oh, I saw that. There's a bit of an advert there. I'll go back. Then it is considered sufficient proof of their identity and origins. The comprehensive civil registration system and security measures in place in Poland make it highly unlikely that a completely fabricated birth certificate from the period would pass unnoticed by official channels, especially if subject to verification. So basically, you are not forging anything in Poland. Julia has an adult. Julia has an adult ID card and passport with her PESEL ID number on them. These cannot be acquired with a fake birth certificate. We know Julia's passport is legitimate because she travelled to and from the US in 2023 with it. Oh, sorry. Said that. Oh, cut myself off, didn't I? We know Julia's passport is legitimate because she travelled to and from the USA in 2003 with it, and she has travelled to and from the UK multiple times between 2024 and 2025 with a passport. Ooh. How does a person prove their identity beyond the initial foundational identity? This is a bit that was added. People are advised to put together a documented history of their life from birth onwards, and this includes, but it's not limited to, gathering the following information: childhood photos, medical reports from birth onwards, school reports starting from preschool, i.e. kindergarten onwards, proof of childhood vaccination schedule, this starts from 8 weeks old, religious records from church archives, local government or community records, testimony from those who knew the person from birth or childhood onwards. And then finally, acquiring valid adult identification, e.g. ID card, driving license, passport. Who has all the above minus a driving license? Julia Wandelt. Tell me why DNA is needed. There you go. I hope I actually got through that well enough for you to understand, my friends. But as you can see, due to Dani's hard work there, that basically puts everything to bed. So, yeah, what do you say? What do you say? Bluminick. I tried to read it and be professional. But what can I say? Right, where are we in the chat? I've got to try and find where I got to in the chat. I can't remember. Is that what I just spoke about? You're talking about, like, because Julia, or I'm saying Julia's not Maddie. Go and check out my video. I think I've got about 28 videos actually. But they're all debunking her, all of them, every single one. That's the one that I got to, I believe, was it not? Secure. What did this look one? Tanya, have you read the PJ files? Loads of information there, but separate. Here we deep dive into the cult of Julie Wandelt. Yep. The PJ files, about 5,000 documents. I've read quite a bit myself. That David Payne's a bit dodge, and the photo of the bedroom. But yeah, it's quite a read. It's quite a read. Bit. You can. Julie's medical records show nothing abnormal with the drugs. She deletes and revises constantly, and authorities ruled her out long before her call to Operation Grange. Her parents gave everything. They did. They gave it all to the Polish police as well. But yeah, the drugs. I haven't done a video on it because I don't know how YouTube would be with that. I did at one point, but it went all funny and I deleted it. You know what people are like. But all the drugs that she was prescribed they're fine, and the quantities were fine. They're trying to make out, was it the parents drugged them? Is it they're trying to say the parents drugged them? I think it is, and like no, her mother Dorota has done nothing but help her. It's let me stop that. That's better. Yeah, it was crazy. We'll get to there. What was I saying? Medical records. Yeah, the drugs. Sorry, the drugs. Yeah. It seems they're absolutely fine. The thing that worried me, I think I said in the other stream, someone, Sean Atwood, said, I'm a nurse. Those drugs, you should never be giving them to a child, especially in those doses. And there's nothing wrong with them because I looked every single drug up. And I believe someone else has. It might have even been Dani through the looking glass. I don't know. But I'm sure someone else said they did. And there's nothing wrong with them, basically. Julie got enough money for that Ozempic. Yeah, that make her look more like the McCanns. Get on the old Ozempic. I wouldn't trust that stuff. It's not enough research done on that. Google that, and it says even when truth is shown to them, their brain cannot let them believe the truth. It's so sad. Yeah, pride and everything. I mean, I don't get that, but I'm always like, well, I said earlier, like Dani not proved me wrong, but saying, oh, hang on, what you said there was not quite right about the DNA. It doesn't bother me. That's how we learn. That's how we all learn. We want to learn, do we not? So having an open mind, and if someone does show you something and you think, oh, hang on, Julie Wandelt might not be Maddie, you don't have to suddenly go, oh, yeah, I've changed my mind. You think, right, I need to look into this, and then look for things like what they do say about the DNA, the eye that she hasn't got, date of birth, all the other stories. But go to the real Julia Wandelt Facebook page. There's more than enough there to convince you. More than enough. Oh, Lulu's been promoted to a queen. Way by the chief wizette. You're going to read the passport, please. There's no actual passport. Oh, wrong page. Silly old me, I clicked on the wrong thing. There's the passport. But obviously it's had certain things redacted. That is the passport. But obviously for legal reasons, Dani's blacked out stuff. So, but that is the passport as we have seen it. Well, the charity told her to stop ringing. Yes, they did. Polish authorities satisfied everything. A DNA test is sent with not even Jerry's DNA. Operation Grange tells her no before her flashbacks start. Yeah, her flashbacks are just completely fabrications. But yeah, her mum gave everything to the Polish police, and they were like, yeah, that's fine. Do you get a free Lambretta if you volunteer to be a mod? A Lambretta? A Lambretta? No. You get a spanner. And when I was a kid, people used to call you a spanner. It used to be an insult, but you get a moderator spanner, I suppose, so you can empty speech. My husband was English and could fake his birth certificate. anyone can try, but I mean, with Poland, with anyone, I mean, when it gets scrutinised, it gets revealed. So I mean, that doesn't mean anything really. I still feel, and I'd advise anyone in live chat, if you did happen to bump into Julia, is to be cautious. I feel she'd attack or kill. Operation Grange need to protect McCann's. Yeah, I actually had a video and I said like McCann's danger. Lulu's given the Queen crown back. There's something about Julia Wandelt that would actually worry me because, I don't think she's quite on the ball, to be perfectly honest. I wouldn't put anything past Julia Wandelt. I mean, let me know in the chat if you think she's got it in her to go psycho. Her eyes and body language when yourself was played her call to OG. Yeah. You can hear her temper brimming. That's police. She vented at. Yeah. That was when I done that, and I was at that sort of got me a bit like a step back. So I've done the body language on that, but her tone, didn't it change? Oh, it's crazy. And like you say, it's a police officer. She wasn't holding back. She did not like what he said. It's like, look, we know you're not Madeleine McCann. DNA. Your mum said she'd do DNA. If you paid for it, okay, I won't do DNA. But I'll get everyone else on the internet to say, oh, my DNA. What? It is the part that, I mean, they're going to start making out now that this was faked. I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, you've got to stop somewhere, haven't you? You can fake an identity from a child's grave. Is that what you mean, Tanya? The photo manipulation irritates me. It's creepy. Yeah, what is all that about? Was it through the looking glass? Was it Dani or was it you, Rachel? They said like put her teeth on Amelie. I was like, whoa, that's worrying. That is worrying. By any which way you grifting makes me feel good. So play on the heartstrings of British public. Wizard would have been better if she was pitching Bitcoin. Bloomer Bitcoin. Your grey cells seem to have lost a lot of information. Until now, you have said nothing of proof. You just say you have researched, but what? Where? It's not sinking in, geese, is it? Like all the videos, we just basically said, like with this post, it says her code. It proves her birthday is the 20th of August, 2001. It proves that. The DNA for 23andMe showed that she was Polish. She does not have the eye defect in any shape or form, which I already said. So I think your eyeballs have lost what they're looking at. That's crazy. There's actually way more evidence that she isn't than she is. Look, Juliet is not Maddie. Buy yourself one. TheWizardWords.com. Cheapest chips. I believe that's to Random Rachel. Oh, Random Rachel, I've got your email. Thank you very much. Thank you. And I'm investigating and I'm looking, yes, to do with other stuff. So yeah. So thank you for sending that, Rachel. That's very eye-opening, to say the least. Yes, the passport. Yep, it's on screen. That should end it all. Do you know what it takes to get a passport, birth certificate sent in? You are researched. Yep. You can't fake it. You can't fake it. Tanya, I include sources at the bottom of all my posts. Yes. Oh, that's the point. You did, didn't you? I mean, what am I doing? Going the wrong way. There they are. Look, source human rights. Here or there. And then to do with the Polish civil. Well, it's all there. So it's all happy days. It's a shame we can't actually see numbers and whatnot, but because I would actually show it just to prove a point so that people can't keep saying it. But I mean, she's got a passport, so she's had ID and she's had everything that we just read out, or everything I just read out. So there's no way it's fake. No way. If a lady has been found not to be those missing persons she claimed, even to point of authorities telling her parents to seek professional help for her concerning, we don't deem her truths. Yeah, it was a charity told her, actually phoned her parents or phoned her mum and said, can you get help? Because she phoned saying she was Inga Jarrett. She phoned saying she was Acacia Phillips, Acacia Bishop. And don't forget, we've got Eugenie Collins claimed to be Madeline. So where's that gone? Why are you not all defending her? Like, oh, is it because you're going to put her down in order to keep up with the Julia lies? But there's nothing about Julia that's truthful. There's man to prove she isn't Madeleine McCann. She hasn't proven she isn't Julia Wandelt. Yep, very true. Hope you can put the passport up on the screen. Yep, there it is. If people deny after that, no commo with them is needed. At least 5% of the world population will remain asleep. Yep. Yep, there it is. I just wish I could get it without all the thing out. But I mean, showing someone's document, I completely understand why it is blacked out. But the code would have been good, wouldn't it, on there? But nonetheless, I mean, Dani's seen it and then put it up. She's not just going to make that up. So, no offense, but if Dani's put it up there and she's seen it, then typed that and posted it, I don't think she'd ever do that if it was rubbish. So I take her word for that. And I believe what she's posted. So you are making fun of a young woman. She's a nutter. She's a lunatic. She was a jelly baby and she forgot to go to school to be a smarty. With absolutely no confirmation of evidence. The passport's there. I just told you all. I just read all that stuff out about the code, this, that, and everything else. I've told you I've got videos. I debunked the eye and all the other stuff. I said it all. I can't just keep saying do this, do this, do this, and you're like, I'm not going to do that. But she's not. But she is Maddie. But that video proves she's not. Yeah, I'm not going to watch it because she is Maddie. Yeah, but I've done a video there with the DNA. Yeah, but I'm not going to watch that because she's Maddie. Can you see how it's going? I'm not going to waste my time with just gossip and empty talk. It's not, is it? It's literally on screen. Did you not listen to me when I read it? I mean, it's there. We're trying to help you. No matter what proof is shown, her supporters can't see facts. They refuse. Blooming right. Yeah, well said, Lulu. You're bang on. That's literally where I am now, isn't it? I mean, I've got so many videos. Go to my playlist. 28 videos, is it? And go to the Real Julia Wandelt page. There's a link in the description to go to Through the Looking Glass on YouTube and the Real Julia Wandelt on Facebook. I have got Blank Faces links in there as well. She does stuff, but also she couldn't make it tonight. But I'm not going to remove all her links because she came up before and that. So you can check her out as well with Missing People, this and that. But for the purpose of this and what I'm saying, as it says there, the Real Julia Wandelts post. So copy, type that in. Check her out on Facebook. You'll see some of us. We're in the chat. We're all subscribers, followers of her Facebook page because it is factual, and it is backed with evidence. Dani doesn't just post willy-nilly. It's all backed with evidence. And I'm assuming if she hasn't got evidence, she won't say it. But that's what I liked about it from my first. I mean, I've started following maybe 3 weeks ago or so, and I ain't stopped reading. There's so much there because she put another. Actually, I know what I'll do. Oh, that's my page, isn't it? How about that? I saw this earlier, had to read it. Marvellous piece of work again, Dani. I wasn't going to use this because I was actually going to do a different video about it and plug in your YouTube. That's all I'm going to do now. I'm going to change my name from the Wizard's Words to the Real Julia Wandelt Fan Club. But you can see that on the screen. That is, well, it answers everything. I won't go through it all because it's through the looking glass. Through the looking glass. It's because I read it off the screen on the bit. I'm going to say this is the Real Julia Wandelt's info. I tried to take a video here and there of certain things because, like what I've just done, because I think it's excellent information. But I'm not going to what's it called? Every single post do a video. That'd be But yes, I will. I will indeed. I've been told. I can just see because I haven't caught up on my chat, but I just saw that. And I'll just read the coloured boxes. Okay. That's me going Scottish. Julia, this is the blue one down the left-hand side. Julia is held on remand as she has no fixed UK address. Julia initially had 4 lesser charges for stalking, which would have been tried in lower court, i.e. the magistrates. However, due to the severity of Julia's stalking and the amount of evidence against her, the 4 lesser charges were dropped in favour of one more serious charge of stalking causing serious alarm or distress, and the case was moved to the higher Crown Prosecution Court. The pink, look, my little corner of my box. Julia's human rights have not been breached, so it is not necessary for any organisation to visit her. The yellow. The embassy cannot directly intervene, i.e. the Polish embassy, in the UK legal system. They can offer consular support if needed, such as advising Julia of her rights, but Julia has a solicitor and does not need their advice. The little green square, because you are, is in right. It says we are called conspiracy theorists. Because you are, yeah. And then it's like number 1 here. It says stop the media circus. They started back in 2007, and then it's nothing to do with Julia. Somebody compare the freaking DNA the authorities already have on all parties and prove or disprove her already. There is no need for DNA as Julia's identity has already been proven. And then in orange it says free Julia Wandelt. Julia will be free if she is acquitted or once she has served her time if found guilty. So there you go. I mean, boom. And this is the Real Julia Wandelt Facebook page. So look it up, go follow. I know how many followers she's got, so I'm going to know if you're listening. Go over there, show support, get in the comments, say your thing. I do look every day. Yes, I do. Because there's more information. I'll leave that up so you can actually see it and you can read the middle bit, you know, where it's all gone to. But I don't think, I can't really, yeah, I'm not AI. We're trying to keep it real. Says a bloke thinks he's a wizard. But yeah, keeping that up. Like I say, what you're looking at there is available on the Facebook page, The Real Julia Wandelt. So look it up. Through the looking glass, do you think without Ron and Sean, Julia would have garnered the same amount of attention? Fred, I know that was a question for Dani, but let me think myself, sir, and say I don't think she would have, personally. I think Sean Atwood and Ron Swanson have got a lot to answer for. I'm saying I don't think she would have. She had some sort of thing going because of the Facebook and Instagram and that. But I reckon some other loonies really, they jumped onto the YouTube and they're in the chat and everything doing what they do. So I don't know. I'm assuming Through the Looking Glass has probably replied already. But that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, Fred. Infiltrating groups for info. That's how she's so manipulative. We need to get some people to. Oh, hang on. I see an advert. Skip. I need to be able to see my screen there. Yeah, cheerio. So on this, is there anyone or people that have got into the make out that they believe? They got to make out they believe and get on there. I can't because I'm only on Facebook with my the Wizard's Words thing. I don't use it personally. I'm not a fan of Facebook, and I haven't had it. Don't use it. But I thought, oh, I need it maybe for a Facebook page, which I'm glad I did because I wouldn't have found the real Julia Wandelt, would I? So everything happens for a reason. But yeah, people need to get on there and make out that they believe when they don't, and then they can get all copy and paste. I know some people do, but get more going on. But I couldn't have said anything else really for Tanya Dean. Blimey, peeps, tell me if you know, did I miss a comment I should have read out for her, or I thought I said you know, I don't think you should even bother checking any videos or nothing. She's just like, no, I believe this and that's that. Honestly, some of us believe Julia at first. Yeah. But there's some people in the world who really are sort of on it. Do you know what I mean? They do listen to what they see. So I just saw a reflection of the in my specs. Must be annoying, yeah. But yeah, there was absolutely nothing wrong with saying I believe Julia, but now I don't. I mean, that doesn't hurt anyone. In any case, it's really good for your mental health because it goes to show that you're open-minded, but I assume you want to see the evidence, and that will persuade you one way or the other. Happy days. But seems Julia Wandelt sent a watcher, but you are not taking the mick out of her. Nobody here is Tanya. We are saying, yeah. Like I say, I mean, Julia Wandelt threatened to sue me for saying she's a fraud, a liar, and a con. So prove you're not. Never heard from her again. So there you go. So much of the world is still woke. Yes, not sure we'll understand that term. So now we'll see. That name could just be playing us. We'll find out it's Julia Wandelt later. I'm always the last minute babysitter. We are actually. Me and the missus are. We are. They were around earlier, and I was like, I've got to go live. And I was like, get out my door. No, not really. But they had to go anyway. But it's not a problem. It's not a problem. I kept all your links and everything because we've done stuff before. So it's all cushy. So, you know, I still mentioned you and told everyone your links are down there. So it's all good. So not a problemo. Julia, stop grifting of a much loved missing child's name. Yeah, the fact that she's doing all that, for me, it's blatantly for money. Even for Sean Atwood's side, for money. I emailed Sean Atwood and said, you know, I'm more than happy you come on my channel, I'll come on your channel, either. But I made, what have I got? 5,200 subscribers. 5,200 is not enough, mate. I'm sure that's what he'd say. But yeah, I won't bring in the people for him, and he is, I think, very money orientated. So I didn't expect a reply, and I didn't get one. But I thought it would have been nice to say, look, you've only got 5,200. I'm all about the money. Sorry, Mr. Wizard, not interested. That, you know, I got one from Dr. Stephen Greer with the aliens. They emailed me and said I haven't got enough subscribers, and if he gives up his time for an interview, he's got to be getting out to hundreds of thousands of people. I was like, yes, I understand completely. Bit off my head trying to ask him, really, isn't it, Dr. Stephen Greer? But we've got some hellos going on. Blank faces saying hi to everyone. Answer respondes. Hey. Sort of boggles the mind, all that reading. Can you show the passport? Cannot deny that. I have now, I'm not. Am I that far behind? People? Bloomin'. This is what we believe here, Tanya, and we call it out in respect to her. No malice, but we are, Tanya. Honestly, we don't study. No, but people like me and Dani, like, we study stuff. I want to make sure I'm getting it right. Do you know what I mean? Is that pronounced in? Welcome. I've not seen you. I've not seen you before. So you're up on screen for the first time. Welcome to the channel. And In says, these young people in here do not know the entire story of the McCann family. Strange to see how ignorant young people are today. I've read the book by Mr. Amaral. It was an eye-opener. She is dead. Yeah, I believe she's dead as well. So we're on the... I actually haven't read that book because I think it's something because the McCanns live in England and it's all whatever. They've done something and stopped him from selling it or something. Because I looked on eBay. But anyone got a link? I mean, my next book's here. I've got to read this. Confessions of an Indigo Child. I'm interested in that sort of stuff. There's got to be a reason why I'm different. You know what I mean? Would you prefer to see me like that, or did you prefer to see the stuff? Or if you need the passport up again, let me know. I'll try and keep an eye. I'm a bit behind, didn't I? Sorry. She clearly understood what she was doing. She also had help from some people. Julia will most likely do jail time. Fraud. I do believe she's going to do time, but will that? That's what I think. Did I ask for Dani that before? Because I thought, if she gets found guilty of all this, and it's brought up, and they can prove, they can say, look, because you are not Madeleine McCann. Surely she's been obtaining money by deception. I think we brought that up before. So, 20-minute video on the meds, but can't show it anymore due to GDPR. Yeah, so it's typical. That's the question, Fred. You got to look at David Payne. You got to look at the possibility that possibly she's drugged. There's a few things, but even Sonia Poulton says don't believe that she was actually abducted, and there's good reason for her to say that. I had a mate had schizophrenia one night, couldn't get to sleep. I took one of them. I won't say it in case blooming thing he does me. I think Jules prescribed this out in 5 minutes. Said to my mate, never again. Yeah, some drugs. My missus got prescribed a certain drug and she felt ill. She said, oh, I'm never taking that again. She never did either. It's absolutely normal for a traumatized child to be the way Julia is. It's amazing how much she went through. She only had the one incident with her grandmother's husband. Other than that, nothing. Yeah, I'll tell you about bloom being traumatized if you want me to. Blimey, the life I've had, I'll tell you. But what am I doing? I know what you're trying to say, Tanya, but no, there's no excuse. And I know other people that had it even worse than what I've had it. But you find a lot of these people normally turn to alcohol, drugs, some sort of coping mechanism, or they may well have found may have found Jesus Christ and counselling and that. But there's no way is it normal what she's doing, whether she was traumatized or not. It's not normal. No, it's not. Late to the party, so I could do. Oh, JSN. Oh, welcome. Don't worry about being late. You're here now. It's all good. It's all good. And it's just gone 9. Talking of meds, it's 9 o'clock. I've got to take me. I've got to take me 2 heart meds, and the other med for me mental health. Why does it look like it's getting dark in here? I've got the light on as well. That's terrible. Tanya, you are trolling. Yeah, it's getting that way. Thousands of people being trafficked, abused. None of them do fraud. I hope she gets RICO charges. Doesn't look like Julia at all. Don't believe it is her passport. Well, it is. That is her passport. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah. Anyone answered about being a mod? There you go. You can see that is Julia Wandelt. You can see the writing. How is that? How is that not? How is that not? Who knows? I believe it was an accident and the parents had to hide the truth to not ruin their lives and future. It was their fault, leaving their small kids alone night after night. That's it. Yeah. I mean, you know, we can't sit here and say you're wrong. That's always possible. Because even when I was a kid, I went to Ibiza. The parents went down to the bar, and we're left alone. Anything could have happened. Could have slipped, banged our head, because they're blooming rock hard, these floors, aren't they? All marble and that. But there's nothing to say that you're wrong, and you may well be right. There's probably more truth in that bit. Ruin their lives and future than you'd think. Yeah, it's getting that way. It's getting that way. That's why you need mods, you see, and there come a point. See, because I don't want to have to do anything. I want to be able to say, oh, can the mods just delete her? You can put them in like 5-minute timeout and things like that when they're being silly. That's why moderators are handy, because I can say, oh, moderator, deal with that. 5-10 minute, whatever. And you think, done. I disagree. I think she's an entitled brat. Yep. Married to a fraud then. Sorry. What? Married to a fraud? Married to a fraud. We feel for her. I must honestly do, but to how it's got, we put UK banter on it. Yeah, that. Hope you shopped him in. Was your husband born in 2001? We're not in the dark ages. That's to Tanya when she's saying about the passport. I'll consider Banana. What's if you can convince my other half that I need a rescued German Shepherd. Kay, welcome, Kay. I don't think I've read anything else out by you before. I'll consider if you can convince my father that I need. I assume it's dogs and that. I assume we're talking dogs. Going through stuff in her life doesn't mean she's Madame Gann. Exactly that. Exactly that. It's damaging for genuine trafficking victims. This fabricated story about the global cult, etc. Yeah, it is damaging because, I mean, it's right up there. Even sort of like lying about being in a cult or something, or trafficked or whatever. That's every like 80 Shades of Ron. She'd attack you as if she actually likely would. Yeah. That's all right, mate. I've got some skills. I used to be a doorman. I've worked in security for years, ex-doorman. The worst people I ever dealt with, believe it or not, were females. Yes, crazy. But yeah, she'll probably attack me. We have to do a runner. I'll see if I can get, excuse me, get some sort of broomstick and fly away or something. Yeah, she's got the look. She's got the look. You're right there at RS. So cool. I do not feel sorry for Julia. Do not let her off. She is held for a trial and she will pay. She has stolen money from people. Exactly. That's exactly it. Thank you, Wiz, for playing that. It was shocking. My doctor friend was thinking the same as me when we were talking about it this a year after it happened. Said Ein. Dani! I just had a photo license renewal, and oh boy, I have this face too. Squared off for AI. My chin is not square, nor is Julia's. Yeah. Goodbye. This is absolute nonsense. Well, the truth hurts. The truth hurts. I mean, blimey heck. I can't be dealing with that. You know what I mean? You're not listening. And then on the different thing, Code Red Dew Girl. Welcome. I've not seen that before. Oh, have you got the crosses of Christ there? Happy days. I really appreciate channels like yours. There you go. That just bunks out everything that Dani said. That's what boom. And then blank faces, take care. Yep. I mean, blimey, I said do this, do that. But if you're not willing to do that, then there's no point even arguing, because you're not willing to actually do any other research. She has neighbours in Poland who posted videos of her going psycho in the street, Lots of screaming and damaging a car. I bet the neighbours are enjoying a bit of peace and quiet. Yeah, I bet they are. Wow. See, that goes to show, like, you know, there's times, because I used to have it before I was medicating that, the mental health side of things, blimey, it can go crazy. It really can. Julia photoshopped her own mouth over Emily's mouth in a photo to make it look similar. Yeah. Oh, it was probably you that said that. Am I that far behind? Do Q&A, and I'm like about 7 hours behind, mate. I think Christian Bruckner took her, and I'm super cynical, half mad conspiracy nut. I assume we're trying to be funny, geese. Julia's Polish and not well, seeking attention for wrong reasons. Sad. From Norway. You are 100% correct. She's seeking attention for the wrong reasons. You cannot reason with these people, wizard. They just take Julia's word as factual. Yes, they do. JS saying, yes, they do. I mean, we tried. I mean, blimey. You keep saying bye, but you're still here, Tanya. She's thinking, innit? She's thinking. She's like, I'm going to have to go to the Real Julie Wandelt Facebook page and read. That's what she's thinking. Because that would be right. And then watch some of my videos. Happy days. People are so desperate to believe this fabricated story about global cult. Yep, I think a lot of people are lost and confused, and they want to be a part of something. Like, oh, look, Julie Wandelt. I think I need to take her face here and look for a match on the net. I think I would find it. Are you understanding? PIC is just too model-like. Pick is just too model-like. If the real Madeleine appeared now alive, they'd say that it was a fake and Julia was the real Maddie. You're probably right. Yeah. Blubber would. They're like, no, it doesn't fit the narrative. Well, they quickly grab her and hide her. No, beating Jeremy is a scapegoat for the parents. They needed one, and he is a good one. Believe what you like. I'm into facts and nothing else. Yes, facts. That's what I'm into. Oh, I do love my facts. And if I'm wrong, I'll admit I'm wrong. I'll even, you know, if I say something in this and I'm wrong, I'll say it in my next video that I said whatever I was wrong. So, will I find your pick on the net? Oh, bye-bye. Is that to Tanya, or are you saying bye-bye to us? I don't know. I was going to say bye, but I don't want to say bye if you're staying here. The magic eye surgeons that have given me sight reckon that odd eye blots privately done would not be hard. No, because I read some. They even said if you have like the freckle or the coloboma, either, it's there for life. It can slightly change to being a freckle, but it will always be there. Always. You can't get rid of it. Doesn't really matter what facts you provide. It's an emotional decision to believe Julia, because you can search through the presented facts if you want to find the facts. Yes, I disagree. And you disagree? What did being Germany is the scapegoat? B in Germany. Bruckner. Yeah, I don't think Bruckner's got anything to do with it, because obviously we're thinking that it probably wasn't even abducted, like what Sonia Poulton said. So, yeah, don't break any laws. No, I can prove her pezzle. I have medical records with iPezzle on it. Oh, there you go then. See, boom. Think of Colt, and I ask you, do you see the same thing? She manipulated pictures to resemble the McCanns. That's highly disturbing. Yeah. Through the Looking Glass was the first person to tell me about that. Saying like the teeth, put the teeth on there too. I was like, I never noticed that. Like, got some eyes, but yeah, that's scary. That's quite like when you watch horror movies, isn't it? And they superimpose some like a girl's face onto like a wedding photo, don't they? The blokes. It's crazy. Yep. Then he gets his Secura. I agree, Rach, it's definitely an emotional decision. Yep. The parents have done nothing but support their unwell daughter, but obviously they fled the death threats, wouldn't you? Yeah, they were getting death threats. They go into hiding for a day or two or three, whatever. Every time Julia Wandelt's in the news, they got to hide, they say. Julia has caused a storm for her parents. They can't safely be where they live in Poland on account of her claims. Exactly, yeah. Oh, shucks. That's probably that long ago I was saying that. Just read the coloured boxes. Oh, I did. McCann said, sorry, you're not her, but please get help, Julia. He replied us to harass them. It'll come out at her trial. She pled not guilty, so the full 12. Or longer, maybe. I left the cult movie 2023 on Telegram, Justice of Truth, where Julia played Fable. Alexander, who is married to Miguel, Maddie, Gibraltar man. I have evidence of all this. They are all scammers. There you go. See, but then even that, like, people will be like, "Oh, but you're lying, RS. You're lying." Do you know what I mean? Absolutely not. Tony Dean could be a little old man. The picture is taken off the net. It is just too much like a model. Yeah, it's probably a grifter. She'll go guilty just before the trial starts. Do you know, it's probably the best thing she could do, really. But I don't know. Do you think she's so adamant in her lie that she wouldn't? She's just so like, yeah, but you're wrong. She's now actually convinced herself of her own lie. Yeah, no, everyone. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, everyone was done after DNA and apology, to be honest, until they platformed it. Yeah, she apologised, didn't she, already for everything that she done, blah, blah, blah. Jews cook, this is why they keep her in jail. This is not day court for her. Yes. Julia. Oh, welcome, Julia. I don't think I've read anything of you just yet. So, hello. Apart from all the facts, who in their right mind can believe that delicate? That would be the smart move, Fred. You're dealing with a troll. Pick is also fake. Yeah, I'm not on the thing. I could have maybe clicked on it and gone to the actual profile on Facebook, on YouTube to see like the channel bit. But the thing is, nobody changed their mind that fast. You have to give them some time to think. Yeah, I did say along those lines. Yeah. Screw, my name is Tanya, and that is my photo when I was 55 years old. I'm now 58. I am no man, so stop your insults towards me. Well, you're younger than my wife. I'm 48. My wife is 60 this year. We believe a story. I do not use YouTube. Somehow I found Sean Atwood and trusted him. Comes a time that we have to realise we're being conned. Yes, because you believed and now you no longer believe. So yeah, fair play to you though, Sakura. That says a lot about you. So yeah, I think she came back. Yeah, same. The nonsense over DNA. Maybe that was when I got it. Yep. Tony just stole my reported sighting information to use as her story. Sakura, I met Tanya in a live earlier. I don't think troll. Yeah, because she was in that AI thing. Wow, Iris, I didn't know that. Julia stole the altar and being in a cold room, blah, blah. We heard all this for years about trafficking. She copied. She's going to. Sakura is cool. Yet she didn't have much evidence or just being quiet and rather unwell of. Hello, you guys. Mayu. Hello. Welcome. I'm trying to catch up with the chat. As you can tell, I'm a bit slow, geese. It's going to sound cruel, but in my opinion, how can they keep saying it's her? No way to change her mind. It's cognitive dissonance. Thing is, you can believe whatever. R.E. McCann's is still evidence. Julia is Julia, not Maddie. Yes. Hello. Dani, I was on your page and thought it was her. I was your first follower, then left. We'll get back there. She's robbing money. Same. Yeah, it is like scammers in India, isn't it? You see them bus scams on YT and Rumble. She was scamming. That is jail. Yeah, it should be. Sorry, being unwell, RS. Get well soon. Same as Dani. Dani, my sighting is serious and no one listened. Were you traumatized? She has been through abuse. Trauma is expected. Her fabricated story, though, is offensive to genuine victims. Yeah, I mean, blimey. That's such a shame, RS. The world makes no sense. The world has been weird. I truly believe we are near the end of the movie. Blooming hope not. The McCanns knew she was dead. Why did they take 40 million from the public afterwards? They sold their daughter for. I don't think the McCanns took 40 million either. I think Operation Grange was about 20, 22. Wait, what happened, Iris? Maybe I missed it when you told that. Oh, spill the beans. It is her passport. I sold them a license. I have a name I remember. Grange should follow up. The pic, she's younger, a teenager. Julia's fan never sees Julia and Julia's photos. No, they don't. Julia just squared off for AI photos. Sold who a license? I wonder if Julia was an actress out in trafficking with that group in Portugal, but now I see she did it before, so that theory I left alone. The perpetrators with Madeleine. You saw Madeleine? Tanya shouldn't be muted. No, she's not been muted. Yes, Rachel, I believe I met Melon and the E-Fits, Smith E-Fits Grange. I agree, Fred. Personally, I think the discussion is healthy and we can't respond in a second. That's very true. Hold tight and just ignore. You will go batty if you listen. Where do people think I get all these fake documents and photos from? Ain't nobody got time for that. Exactly. I mean, blimey. You're a very, very good source, actually. One of, like, very few reliable sources. It's good to have a sounding board. I agree, Fred. Oh, well, and it wasn't followed up. When I saw the passport and any doubt I had, boom, was gone. There you go. Look at that. Just like that. It's messed with my head so bad. Grange needs to follow up. I reported when E-Fits came out. I called back to as shop was closing after 40 years. CCTV, nobody came or listened. I'm off to walk my dogs. Hopefully, I'll be back to answer questions. Hey! Yeah, but I bet I'll get down in your blooming back, ain't you? Get out and get a nice bit of fresh air. Happy days. It's crazy. Through by. Have a good one. Oscar's Razor. I think CB is a good suspect. Julia's cooked. I wonder if Aiden for dollar, like some channels, can get charged. They might be called into court. Yeah, it'd be nice to see that if Sean Atwood would be accountable for lying. Did anyone else find it odd that at first Ron was saying he didn't know she was boarding a plane until right before, and now he's trying to explain why someone gave her money for the flight? Is that right? Code Red Jugel. Is that right? Is that right? Crazy. I hope it was where zones in on your statements, RS. I did. I saw. I swing back and forth if she believes herself or not. Rachel also emailed Find Madeline 2014 a few times, but not with all. But I genuinely believe that Madeline is deceased. I find it odd for sure, especially since it looks like someone turned her in. I would have and all. It's crazy. It's crazy. I speak the truth. It was too small for Google photo. A chatter in here said that they met Tanny, so maybe it's her. I don't doubt it. Maybe send recorded delivery info. Keep trying. That's crazy. RS says that ending. Trust me, guys. Grange should contact me back. They have my details. You think they follow up everything? Do you know what I mean? It's their job, so. This whole deal with Julia might dip into child trafficking. Julia parents, this is why way beyond unusual. We all heard it years ago, but other than this group I am with, not one word has been said. Now, stick with the real Julia Wandelt and my page, of course. I was among the foster followers and commentators of the real Julia Wandelt page. I was not sure whether commenting was even welcome, but Dani was really friendly. Yep, definitely. You got to go there on Facebook. Links in the description to the real Julia Wandelt on Facebook. Where's Madeleine McCann? Passed away. But they haven't, though. Try again, Aris. I had police lose any evidence that I existed once. It sounds about right, doesn't it? I know it's just people doing a job, but blimey heck. I left before anything was said. I think I saw a cat post. I was out. Do we trust Ron and Sean? Ron seems to be a patsy and needing an income. I could see him separating from Sean. Yeah, I think yeah, I don't think Ron will be where he is about Sean, so you're probably right there. On the Juliet Wandelt situation, I don't trust either of them. No, I think they got sinister motives, financial or whatever it may be. So no, I don't trust them on this. That then obviously would lead to drawing like their motives for anything they do, because obviously don't really say a lot about their character. But you're talking about a man who sells drugs for a living, or did, sorry, used to. He's facing 200 years, and then he got 6. I think that was Arizona, USA, but you can Google it. But no, I don't trust him. And that Ron, I don't know, something about him. Yes, he did a video of a fake voice person. Yes, the cat. The cat. I don't. Oh yeah, I don't. No, no one does then. That's all right. We're on the same page then. One day, Ron went nutty over Julia's stuff, yelling, dipping her head down. I wonder why. Yeah, someone said something about that, like you not being very stable, whatever, and he flipped. And I can't find the blooming video, but if any of you know what video it is, because I was going to do a video about that, but I couldn't find it. I could not find it. But if we can get the link, put it a comment on one of my videos or email me the link. I'd love to see that. I could do with a laugh. He's not stable, no. You're right there, Mo. I am at when inconvenient. Ignore me as he knows what I have to say will stop his income on Julia videos. Yeah, that's why he ignored me. I said, look, you think she's Julia. I don't think she is, and I can prove it. He didn't reply. At the end, they shut down his channel. Yeah, that would be happy days, wouldn't it? Oh, imagine if he'd done that. That would be oh yeah, I would laugh because he's got loads of content on there. I mean, he does stuff maybe 3-4 times a day or something. The man's possessed, but like I say, it's for money, so he'd do whatever. So I believe that Madame McCann is dead, but I don't think her parents killed her. She was taken and probably killed shortly afterwards. I wouldn't be surprised if her remains are still in Portugal. Yeah, see that as well. And I mean, I've got my thing about there's something with the Tapas 7. There's someone in there who's a bit shady. So I'm not, it's don't really want to sort of commit to anything because I change my mind every 5 minutes. But yeah, I agree that she's deceased. I do believe that her remains will still be in Portugal, but they need to look at certain people, certain person in the Tapas 7. Could there be XUAI interest from Ron for Julia? Crazy as that sounds. Oh, I was a bit slow there. I worked it out there because there's no S. Come on, Wiz. That wouldn't surprise me. There's something about him. I mean, how many of you actually watched Ron Swanson and how he says things? And I should actually do or we could do a body language and analysis on actual Ron Swanson himself, couldn't we? Find that video where he goes nutty. All that talking, like I need some juice. No longer care about your pick. I've heard enough. There you go. Told. They just shut down anyone offering to explain things and ran with a narrative over false, nonsensical DNA theories. That's it. That is it. I haven't looked. Sean has staff. Yeah, well, I was going to say he does, doesn't he? Yeah, he does have staff. He just shows up and reads and smiles. Yeah, his ideas of world events is so way off. I think he knows different, but he needs clicks. Well, yeah, exactly. That's what I think it is to do with Julia Wandelt. Honestly, there's something. Yeah, you can just tell like the amount of stuff he does. Like, there's no way he can be on his own. And he obviously, if he's got people, he's got to pay them. So he has to do a certain amount of videos, get a certain amount of views for ad revenue. I don't think his videos are sponsored, are they? So he's all on ad revenue. McCann's will do a clean sweep. You will see how the bolstered Julia, they'll charge them and go through other things. They'll be doing podcasts about notorious Sean Atwood show. Yeah, the notorious Sean Atwood. I think Brenton may have made a snuff video of Paul. I don't actually think he's got anything to do with it. He's a Fruit Loop, don't get me wrong, and he's probably got connections with people. But I mean, I'm willing to change my mind if whatever. But he seems a bit of a scapegoat at the moment. It seems a bit strange, a bit convenient. You know, they've done all that stuff they've done, and then how many years later? Oh, we found a USB. What? Oh, and it's probably got photos that prove whatever. You would have found that. Apparently, it's like found under a bloody dead cat or something. 1967 edition, good times, great time to be born. My wife was born in 1965, and I was born in 1976. Love older male fans of GSC. I think obsessed and in love. Oh, why? Why? I'm not going to say anything nasty, but you know, they do talk about ugly trees and people falling out of them. You can't say that, geese. I was only joking, geese. No, you weren't. Yeah, flower power times, and I'm still a freak and love it. Yeah. If you're going to be a freak, own it. Innit? We're all unique. So when you take it in Wizard, Ron's a professional and he's good at what he does. I remember that episode. Honestly, that you'd give a few quid. Carnival-like atmosphere makes it fun. Yeah, I have to see. Cause honestly, I don't think I've watched enough of him. I've seen him pop up here and there, but I don't watch Sean Atwood like I used to either. Because, but I've noticed, Ron Swanson actually, he does shows on Sean Atwood's channel, which is crazy. Because I swear something come up and it was just him, and he was talking to someone, but there's no Sean Atwood. The McCanns wanted to be parents, and they've done a great job with Sean and Emily McCann. They were crazy leaving the kids alone like that, but they've had to live with that. Yeah. Yes, they have. Yeah. And they're all conceived by IVF, so, you know, they're all wanted children. I get people have to earn, but literally lives get put at risk by what due diligence would, never have platformed. Again, it had to be done. Yes, Rachel, yep. With words as TTL, her opinion of Bruckner when she gets back. Yep. If she gets back in time, yeah. But yeah, that Bruckner, he's not a savoury character, is he? But yeah, that's a crazy one. But imagine, like, you know, you're doing a major crime and you don't find a USB lead till 5 years later, or 10 years later, 18 years later. It's like, what? What are the police doing? It just sounds all a bit of a setup. But one or two things, honestly, I tell you, live chat and telling you, at first I was caught up in it, even offered to pay for security for in Poland, etc. It was spun that convincing. Yeah. As ex-security, I would not have taken that job myself. So, blank faces. I'm a freak, baby. Yeah, me too. Yeah, baby, yeah. She was the courier hearing us out. Madeline left. And then there are those few who generate AI legal gibbering letters and send them everywhere. Yeah, I know, they're weird. Such nuance. Or is that nuisance or nuance, either? One of the letters to Julia where she demanded stuff and then complained. Oh, God. They're like that. Oh, you don't have to send her money in prison, but if you can send her money in prison. Scammers in India, Pakistan, YouTube. Yep, they steal money from people, banking out. Yeah, they do. Julia lied. She knows she lied. Sorry, she has serious charges. It was done more than once. Yeah, exactly. I'm definitely with you on that because, like I say, I keep saying obtaining money by deception because there's nothing about her that's truthful. Nothing. So I meant to say it was ask her opinion on Bruckner when she gets back, please. Yep. I will do geese if she comes back and we're still on there. But at this point, I'm not changing my mind about Bruckner. He's definitely nothing to do with it. Definitely. Tony, what made me say no was when she asked for money for rent and then a sob story after the whole narrative was fundraising for Julia. So who knows how much she has made off this. Yeah, because I wanted to get money to move away from her abusive boyfriend and she's still living with her abusive boyfriend. Great question, Fred. You save it for the Q&A. I'll say blooming questions in it. I had stuff that I was going to do, but it's flown by, isn't it? So the desolate one, were you in the Telegram group? Nuisance. I was news, yeah. I have two big fingers to type. Oh, do you type like this? ChatGPT should have a big watermark if you try to do what Julia did. Yeah, big old watermark. Tanya Dean, I understand what you mean, but she was left alone and had no money. Would you not do the same? Would do anything for Julia? No. The cat's talking about fingers. Cats have paws, or is that just dogs? No, it's both. It's both, geese. It's both. Oh my god, I've actually caught up. Blimey heck. I was so behind there, wasn't I? Terrible. Looked at it, I wouldn't, but then I haven't fabricated a story and got a cult following either. No, that's the thing. It is getting cult-like. Our cat has fingers. It is getting cult-like. It's literally believe or near enough get attacked, but then I suppose in a way you get attacked online because they all jump on you. It's very cultish, and I think that's dangerous. And the way Julia reacts is dangerous. I mean, it is. It is dangerous. I've got an itch. Show off my t-shirt again. Wizardwords.com, everyone. The wizardwords.com. But it's nuts. Oh, is she coming back? Is she? Yeah. Yeah, I've got a few things written down that people said. I've probably covered it in all what we said, I expect. But yeah. But yes, because is Bruckner being released now for what he done? Yeah, he probably has been interviewed as well. Yeah, apparently are well off. Yeah, they are. If it was something else, with honestly, I would help like any charity. But it was the way it was done. There was a lull in live that night. Then the sob story. Yeah, see, to keep it going, isn't it? It's terrible. You're so special. Wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I know it's a song, innit? I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? Yeah, that's a blooming good song and all. Oh, that resonates with people like me. Yeah, Julia's theme song. Yeah, that'll be hilarious. But that song's too good for her to have it. So take it back. Well, secure, picking on someone else now. Right. Julia cries. One video, not one tear. Oh, I noticed that in a lot of things. People, they cry and there's no tears. Like, what? It is a cult. Julia became the leader. As I left the group, the leader was sending her to a farm, Christian farm stay. Blank faces has the info. That's right, he lost thousands of subscribers in days, but they charged it to her essay, and then terrible things Wizard said about the McCanns and Julie's parent. Yep, Sean will be charged. Yeah, I hope they do something with Sean Atwood. I really do. She lost it on live and became the leader of the cult that day. Sheena doesn't see it. I tried and tried, so I left. Because some people they're not going to listen. They are just not going to listen. Doesn't matter what you say, how you say it. You know, like on me, I've shown passport and all the great work that Dani's done, and they're like, no. It's really hard to talk to some people when they're so closed off, isn't it? Yes, she does. Yeah, the real Jew went out some of her fundraising scams on her page. She's asked for money for her dog and Ukrainian family, and she even said she needed cancer treatment. Oh my god! That's lower than low. Just that at least you have a heart and don't dump like they do. You first think. You think first. No way, wizard, you can do that and face absolutely nothing. I feel Sean will get longer than Julia. We'll see. The telltale will be if Ron goes solo or drops Julia thing. Doubtful. I don't know, because is there anything that they can put Ron Swanson on with Sean Atwood in a way that, you know, they're both doing, because Ron's in the videos, isn't he? But maybe they could say, I was a guest, so it's more going to fall on Sean Atwood because it's his channel and it's him saying what he's saying. Oh, I hope you can't hear me drinking. So, just one. What are the charges for Sean? Julia does she qualify for Rico? Sean will be all the above as well, actually. During their live shows, they got 20, 30k watching. Blimey. Yeah, see, even that in ad revenue would be something ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Yeah, Sean is a poo bag. He'd have the legal angles covered. Yeah, probably. They always worm their way round it and out of it. And one has a YT chat. Yeah, Rue Q. Rue Q project. It is. So yeah, you're right, Secura. I looked and no Julia. Did he ever do Julia on the Rue channel? I've not really I've watched any of his videos because I don't want to do anything to support the bloke. You know what I mean? But it's Rue Q project. But I may sort of look because I want to do a review type body language thing, one where he went nuts or had a little flip out. I wanted to, but I have to try and find it. Did it get happened and got forgotten and forgive? So will Julie Gate, in my opinion. So I saw an advert. So there's not been that many adverts. Some people say there's loads. I was worried because I was like, people think I'm throwing adverts at them to make money, and I don't. I've never even started this channel to make money. I don't need money. I do it, and any money raised goes to the channel, not me. Not me. So, you know, I'm not doing a Julia. All money goes to the channel, and if I ever get enough and I save it all up, then I'll use it to go to, say, court hearing like Julie Wandelt. I'd pay to go there. Do you know what I mean? I'd use it to get even more content. So that's the plan. So I build it all up. So because I actually have a spare bank account, so I can put all the money in there. Don't even have to touch it, and I'll let it build up. I'll save up, and then whatever I need for the channel, happy days. Where I need to go somewhere, where I buy something. My microphone's cushy, so I don't need to replace that yet. But I just find it really hard. That's why I have that blooming like the banner. It doesn't even say super chats on that, look, but it says all whatever. But it just it's like asking thing. What gives me the creeps? It does. But you know, every channel needs it to survive. But they're like, even YouTube. I get emails off YouTube saying, "Oh, you need to mention super chats. You'll get 150% better response with super chats if you mention it X amount of time." Well, I don't care. It is what it is. But like I say, but any funds, I do not take any funds. Anything that comes in, like the super chats, super stickers I got, and the ad revenue, that all goes into a different bank, and it just sits there. and it will accumulate, and I will use it to do more for the channel. Because I think the channel's sort of going, it's sort of moving away a bit from aliens, and it's going more into like crime. And you know, if that's what you guys like, all the crime, then that's what I'll do. I haven't got an issue with that. I love it all, but I do everything at the moment, don't I? So I'm trying to mix it up, so it's not all about one thing. But I say that, and there's me doing Julia Wandelt near you, because it's hot topic at the moment, and everyone's got something to say about it, haven't we? There's so much to say. There's so many videos of Sean Atwood that I could do some body language, and we could play them live and whatnot. But I'm doing Break the Ice on Monday at 8 p.m. That's going to be a good one, isn't it? But all I'd like you to do is subscribe, because it's free. Make sure you like all the videos that you do watch, including this one. Comments are good because it helps the algorithm. YouTube's like, oh, they're talking on that, and they get the video out more, and then obviously that helps with people who see the adverts, and that's how I get paid. And it don't cost you nothing, just a bit of time. Plus you get to see my lovely wizard hair and my beard. It's all real, by the way. There's nothing fake here, but that's how I do it. You know, but if there is any super chat, super stickers, like I say, it goes in a different account, and I love you forever, because, you know, hopefully I can go here, there, and everywhere and be out on the streets, be live. It'd be good to. I'll see where I stand in October with regards to Julia Wandelt situation. If I can get there, I will. That'd be good. Can Sean be charged with that? He never says much, just does shows and smiles. Did Sean ever say Julia was Maddie? I know Ron sort of did. That's a good one. That's a good one. Has Sean ever said Julia is Maddie? See, that I don't know. I'm not, you know, I'm not just going to say it to put Sean in the book or whatever. I know because he said, oh, and Julia believes she's Maddie. I don't know. I'll have to review a few of his videos and see as I go. But because it's always like, oh, she's got this that says that she could be Madeline or whatever. But I don't know if he's actually come out forthright and said that. So yeah, that's a good question, Secure. I honestly don't know. So for me to say that, then there's probably more chance that he hasn't said it directly, because I'll be like, oh yeah, I remember him saying that straight away, but I don't. I gave a little legal advice to Sean, just said, watch the McCanns, they'll have you. When was Julia supporter then? Yeah. Oh, did he? He did. Is that Sean saying that Julia is Maddie? Is that right? Code Red Jugel? Am I correct? That's what you're saying? Yes, he did. I'll have to find that actually, because that'd be interesting. So, because if he did, then surely he's saying that in a way to be complicit with her lie. Because everyone with a brain cell knows you can't be a dead person. She looks nothing like her. She's got a completely wrong body and everything. So, take care, guys. God bless you in Jesus' name, amen. So you talk like that, and then you were thingy earlier. That's strange. So yeah. And if you're willing to say God bless you in Jesus' name, you must be open-minded. Sure, because you know what Jesus says. I'd love to know what was said when on their show, screen went blank and they were talking privately. Funny how after they asked for money. That's probably what it was. Right, we haven't said enough, mate. You've got a scab. We want money, money. Oh, I just saw that then. So before I miss it. Goodbye, Tanya. Thanks for popping in. You had your say. Happy days. You know, we tried to answer you. I haven't said anything like, you know, nasty. I hope I haven't anyway. Don't think I've. But God bless you, and hopefully you'll be open-minded and watch some of my videos, see what you think, and go to the Real Julie Wandelt Facebook page and see the stuff that's up there, and ask questions, obviously. That's all I can say. Ask questions and have an open mind. But all the best to you, Tanya. Thank you for watching. Thank you. So, done that one. Hope Julia's family will seek damages for the false accusations made against them. Do you think they could, though? They've been accused of being child traffickers, kidnappers. Yeah, I'm sure they could put something against, say, Sean Atwood if that was the case. But would they with Julia? I can't see that. Maybe that. I don't think they'd, because then they said from every which angle it's all been cushy with Julia and they forgive her and that. So, but with someone like Sean Atwood, yeah, I reckon they would. Ron broadcaster Sean Atwood channel streams, and he hosts simultaneously on his Project Rue Q channel. Oh, does he? Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, because I swear I've seen him on there, but Sean wasn't there. So I don't think they were. They love it. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Rachel. Great minds think alike. But I'm glad you stopped by. Yay! Exactly what I thought. Joint venture. Yeah. Terrible. So analyze Sean's fake laugh. Yeah, because, well, what I was thinking, cause I've got Break the Ice Monday, then we're going to do the DNA special. But I was thinking the following Monday at 8 p.m. is like do one of the Julia interviews on Sean Atwood's show, but we can watch both of them and we can talk about Sean Atwood and Julia Wandelt. But he's got about 14 different parts. So if there's a favourite part of yours, but the earlier ones, sort of where it's sort of starting, it's innocent, they've had less time to think, we probably get a better raw reaction. So, because I'll be looking at number 1, 2, 3, and 4 myself. So, if anything, it'd be sort of a low number. Like I say, because it's raw, isn't it? By the time they get to number 10, they're well versed in this and that, and they probably know what they're doing, and they can be a bit more. I mean, I'm normally quite quick to sort of pick up on certain things that like deception and whatnot. I wouldn't say lying, say deception. But the earlier ones, it's more raw because it's all new to him, isn't it? And Sean's all excited because he's got like Julia Wandelt, gotten the clicks and the money. So I think, to analyse him and Julia, that would be a good one, Fred. So, yeah. And I've seen some of the videos when he sort of does whatever. You can see the face, it's fake. So you're right. If we really have guests on where it's questionable, raise me from a lie, big trouble. Regardless of what you say, still in court, guilty. He cannot deny to a judge. Yes, cannot deny. Thanks, Rachel, for doing me. God bless you. Bye. Yes. But Dani, I mean, you don't really need defending. You say your bit, we say our bit. You know what I mean? We're trying to keep it all, like adults. But yeah, stay blessed. He cannot deny to a judge his true motives. Operation Grange will expose his whole motive. So who Wizard Sean ain't got her OnlyFans? Yeah, I mean, like people like you lot in chat with that, we're all smart cookies, aren't we? Really, we can sort of see through stuff. I think so. Let's just do that one. Bye, Iris. God bless you. And what Dope he specifically does, I think he's careful about it. Yeah, I think Sean and Ron have got it in them to be devious. They know what they're doing, how they're doing it. It's all part of the deceit, the deception, and whatnot. So yeah, you're right there, Rachel. He's definitely, or they would definitely be careful about it. Julie did steal my reported sighting. She's an imposter. That's weird why she'd do that, though. Great, best of my knowledge, he never did. He's a clever man, very clever, yeah. Sean in UK, Julie in Portugal. Where do the charges get laid? Well, Sean being in the UK, it'd be fine to sort of charge him with anything because he can't go running anyway. He's in the UK. But unlike Julia being in remand, he'd probably get bailed. Ooh, that's intriguing. Yes. But, and if it's anything against Julia, they're not going to let her go home, are they? They'd keep her in the country, i.e. remand her in custody. I think intentionally he did, but he backtracked not long after. He spoke in riddles where you never knew his views and feelings to it. Yeah, because you might say something, yeah, maybe sort of analyse what he said, and he's like, well, but then it's not true feelings, is it? I mean, there's backtracking, and like what I do, I don't backtrack. I'm just like, oh, I was wrong. Shit. Excuse me, I'm wrong. My apologies. Let me correct myself, or let me re-educate myself. And then there's backtracking, like, yeah, I said that because blah blah blah, and you're trying to worm it all round type backtracking. That's more devious, isn't it? It's not strange that I'm a Christian. Now, I'm being a Christian. It's curious that Wedger never appears with Sean since years ago. Wedger only appears with Ron. Yeah, did you know? Was that you or someone say that last time? That was strange. It was strange. But yeah, but maybe Wedger just wants nothing more to do. Maybe he said, "Oh, well, I'll sort you out that." But Wedger might have said to him, like, it's all fake, blah blah blah. And then Sean's like, "Yeah, but I was still doing it for clicks." And Wedger's like, "Yeah, but that's not my cup of tea. See you later." Not that they can do X order 13818. No harm tickets, no assets seized. I really am wondering if UK or Portugal has their own executive orders. Yeah. There you go. That's for you, Tanya. Do you feel the McCanns will ask for some clemency during trial for Julia regardless? No. I wouldn't. But I reckon there's going to be something somewhere say, excuse me, that she's not allowed to mention the McCanns, not allowed to mention anything about Madeline McCann. She's not allowed to make any claims about being Madeline McCann. There's going to be some sort of court order on that, without a doubt. I hope. I mean, years ago, people have many YT accounts. They logged on to Joyce and talked to themselves. Yeah, I've got another account, but I'm on the same account on that one. I don't log out and use that one. But I don't actually use it, really. I used to. You mean Poland? Nobody's in. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Poland. I didn't pick up on that, did I? Portugal. I don't know why I went with that. Yeah, Poland. You're right there, Rachel. Yeah. But I mean, everything like the Sean Atwood show is in England, so he's going to be viable in the UK. Surely. As McCann say it best, world has changed. New people in charge all over the world. We might see McCann's again. Nothing to do with Grange. I'm not. I'm only good at the reason this way. Oh, I thought I'm gonna have to say it now and all because, like, yeah. So, Fred, well done, Fred. I'm gonna give it a go. I'm not a pheasant plucker. I'm a pheasant plucker's son. I'm only plucking pheasants till the pheasant pluckers come. Good luck reading this one. Wizard words. Cheers, mate. I saw that as I was like there, and I didn't even actually read it, but I had to read it out loud because we got to have a giggle, won't we? Should have said it quicker. Like he'd get a dry mouth, and I would have said something. Julia doesn't deserve clemency, and if the McCanns gave her any kindness, you would misinterpret it and say it's because she's That's true. She could actually twist that for her own narrative, saying, yeah, because they know who I really am. Yeah, you're right. You are right. Yeah, Fred. Nice one, Fred. Julia did the scam from Portugal. Yeah, but it's broadcasting worldwide, so I assume it's where you're based. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's based in Poland, so the Polish police could arrest her and charge her accordingly. Sean is in the UK, so the UK police would arrest to Poland. Yeah, she could face. They leave it for OG to deal with, not personally have something to say to her, or would that fuel her? They leave it for Operation Grains to deal with, not personally have something to say to her, or probably fuel her. I think she means Poland. I was doing what you said, Rachel, and putting the word Poland there. Fredville, yeah, set me up. Ron, Sean gets his cut. Yeah. Without a doubt. He wouldn't do anything for anyone unless it's financially worth it. I'm going to try it after a weekend to Kestrel. Kestrel, I don't drink, mate. Sorry, I don't drink. Maybe I'll have a drink one day. Wedger said he doesn't believe she's Maddie, but he kind of brought her to them. Yeah, maybe that's why he's stepping away then, because they're making more out that she is and he doesn't believe she is. So he done the connection and that was it. Steps back. One of Ron's videos, he's making Julia sound very unstable. Are they trying to say they never noticed this before? Oh, what Ron is? Ron actually makes her come across as, well, I thought they'd be too busy, like, you know, bigging her up and all that. Why did Wedger bring Julia to Sean? I looked at Wedger videos going back many years. He did swims for money to help people who are abused. I think he's a good man. Yeah, he is a good man. I think Wedger is. Because even with the police, he's done a lot for kids and children, victims, etc. Maybe that's why they're not talking, because Sean said, you know, a platform to do whatever and do the right thing, but then he realised there's more money in going with what Julia's saying, and then Wedger was like, hang on, I thought blah blah blah, and you're doing that, and he's like, I want nothing more to do with you because you lied to me in order to get Julia. It might have been something like that, possibly. I might be wrong. Echo Red, when she's getting stuck, they prompt her, you got to watch it. I stopped watching. Seeing a woman being manipulated troubled me deeply. I even reported an episode. Oh, I have to email mate those episodes to see them, because like I say, I'm watching like the really early ones because I was trying to look at how raw they were. So the thing is, it bugs me because when I watch it, I know I'm giving Sean Atwood bloomin' ad revenue and views. It's working, isn't it, his plan? But I've got to in order to analyse it, you know what I mean? So, well, the lesser of two evils. My personal belief is he believes everyone's account of SRA, and my personal opinion is that quite a few are just fantasists. Yeah, fantasists, that's a good word. I've seen several videos about Ron. Seems he'd like to collect vulnerable women. Oh, see. Does he? Maybe he sees them as a target. He's one of those, like, you know, prey. He sees them as prey targets. I think he was interested in, has she been trafficked? This code. Sean Atwood episode did report was where she was tired, and yet Ron and Sean pushed her to keep going. Horrible. Now she's Team Julia, and the grifting makes me feel good. Ain't stopping. So I've not seen that one. I've not actually seen that one. That's terrible. I mean, blimey. But I mean, trying to get guests on here is a blooming nightmare. But I'll have to start emailing other people, whatever. But I have got the capabilities. Any of you in there, if you actually want to say stuff, with chat, I can post the link to this in the chat. You click it, you can come up. As long as you're willing to be like this, I don't want no icons. I want people to see people. It's the best way to do it, isn't it? Because that way they get to see us and get to know us. I mean, hiding behind pictures, don't do that. But you know, any of you like got valid whatevers that you want to say, then I can post a link. You click it, and you can come up. You can say your bit. It might only be for 10 minutes, but I'm happy days. So there's always ways of getting you more involved if you want to come up and have your say and actually speak verbally. But we've got to be able to see your face because we're all friends. Ronan Rachel, he says she is not Julia, then pushes her to Sean. Why? Why not just talk to Julia about the abuse? He knows she is getting money from fraud. I'm lost. Ain't we all secure? I reckon maybe Sean could have said something that was untoward and lied to Mr. Wedger. Years ago, I spoke with him. I liked him. I don't know why. I just guess. You like him. You like him. They may prompt her, Fred, but do you notice she still controls the narrative every time without fail? best one I watched on another channel. Such a controlling person. Yeah, I'll tell you one that does ring bells for me with Julia. With Sean, and I think it must be an early one, the first or second one, maybe the third one. Oh, I don't know, but it's an early one because that's all I've been watching. And she's like, "Oh yes, but be nice. You don't have to be nasty." And she's giving it all that. Oh, makes me sick. You don't have to be nasty. Oh, don't be cruel. Just be kind. So really reiterating that unless you're there, actually, literally butt kissing her, she's not interested. That's what she was getting at. And I was just like, oh, that's horrible. That's really like, she's sort of like laying it down because she probably knew she was going to get a bit of whatever. And that sort of twisted it. So everyone's like, oh, no, it's okay. You talk and we'll love you. And then you got idiots now going, oh, Madeline's in prison. No, it's Julia Wandelt. It's nuts. No one is truly altruistic. We all have motive. Us human beings, human beings, human beings. That's what we are. We're has-beens. I need motivation. I know that. Oh, I do some days. I see you as duper delight smart all the time. They've gone the whole YouTube topics with Julia on the essay in Satan. Next week they say the aliens got her. Oh, she is an alien. Oh, I've actually had my DNA done. I've got alien DNA. Whoa. Imagine breaking news. Julia Wandelts abduction by a 10-foot alien with acid for blood. 10 foot? I'm 6'4". That won't be me. Oh, yes, is the eyes, left, right, then the smile. Yeah, see, people see, it's not just me. Agree with you. Sean took the money route, not the truth. Oh, hang on a minute. Saw an advert pop up. So I put, oh, quick stop. Was it Sean took the money, not the truth? Most the detective said Julia was dead. Route. Oh, the route, yeah. Sean took the money route, not the truth. Basically, yeah, that sort of says more about him, doesn't it? Julia Wandelt doll, pull string. I'm Eddie. Those women, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I shrunk because I swear, like, I've done when I was used to do my bodybuilding, I had to weigh myself quite often, and I've done it all at in boots, and this thing comes down, and it's like 6'6". And then the last time I was done, I was 6'4". I was like, well, I lost 2 inches or what? Something can't be right. I say I'm 6'4" now. Can't say I'm 6'6" if it's all being questioned. That could make money, UK. Maddie doll, yeah. Peeky boo. Hello, I'm Maddie, but you can call me Julia. Whoa, creepy. Oh, need more juice. But yeah, that'd be absolutely crazy. But yeah, but no, it's a no. It's just weird. I never really thought Julia looked anything like Madeline. No, perplexed bystander, 100%. No, that's the same thing. It's just no, completely wrong. So I like that RS. No wizard. You think, yeah, a bit creepy, wasn't it? Darren G to Sean, pack it in, mate. What the hell you doing, mate? Don't let me have to come up there, Sean. Yeah, she looks like her mum. Yeah, have you seen that photo of her mum? Blimey heck. God, talk about 2 peas in a pod. I can't be where I posted it. Or did I bring it up on, I don't know, but my word. Everything, isn't it? It was like literally. How do you approach breaking the ice? Guess you got it already. Guess you cannot tell us what he thinks. First of all, before, I don't just watch one video, because that, like, say, breaking the ice. Was it break the ice? 1, 2, 3. I have to watch a few videos. I can't just say, oh, this is a video of. I need to watch a few videos of a person to get a feel for them, for what they're saying, how they're saying it, watch their faces, obviously. But normally it can take me 3 or 4, maybe 5 videos I'd have to watch. Depends on how long they are, but the longer they are, the better. If you're talking sort of half hour to 45 minutes, but if it's an hour, then that's banging. I can watch a few of them, but yeah, yeah, so I can't. Yeah, I won't just like go, oh yeah, let's watch this, and I've never seen it before. I have to see that person do whatever, like I did with Julia. So it's like trying to find a baseline. Is it baseline? Is that? But that's somewhere. But yeah, but I mean, someone like Breaking the Ice, I wouldn't mind actually like even having him on, talking to him. Do you know what I mean? I assume he's a good egg. He's probably doing it for the right reasons. But yeah, I've got the video. I chose the video actually today, but obviously even before I go live with that on Monday at 8 p.m, don't miss it. I will watch it, and then sometimes I will watch the same video, but I put it to 1.5 or 1.75 speed, so it's quicker, because I know it's quicker, but I can see certain little things that I might have missed. But where it's so quick, I'm like, oh, and it catches my eye. I'm a bit weird like that. So I can watch the same video twice sometimes. That's what I'm saying. James Sean seems to fall out and make friends again quite quickly, desolate one. Yeah, it was Darren G. Hasn't he done lives on it? Live on it. I was doubtful she looked like her. Yeah, so hopefully for Madeline and the McCanns. Yeah, Darren with an N, not an M, sorry. There's nothing about Julia that looks like her. I mean, blimey. Playing your question to him, I think Break the Ice will agree with us. Yeah, I don't know, because I think he's got his channel's worldwide. I've got about 5,200 subscribers. I think he's got 3 times that, so he's on about 15,000 maybe. So I don't know, because you find some people, they get a certain amount, they just don't want to talk to you because they're like, I'm bigger than you, and I can't be asked for any of that. I don't care. Don't care how many subscribers you got. If you got a channel and you're in and you're doing whatever and you want to talk about something, then let's do it. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, you got to have a certain amount of subscribers because I want this many views. I don't care. I'll sit and do this for 2 hours to 3 or 4 people about to, because it don't bother me, because I'm talking to people. And for me, it's not about the money. It's about the interest and the wanting to learn, the knowledge. I'm sorry, I'm not right. I don't know everything. But yeah, it'd be good to meet someone like him. But yeah, I have to be careful when I do the body language, make sure I don't say anything nasty. Remember when Marvin Herbert told Sean he was coming to confront him? He was totally bricking it. Yeah, because Sean was making out he was something in a prison when he wasn't. He was like trying to make out he was a big egg, and someone called him out and said, no, he wasn't. Do you know what I mean? Like drug smuggling. Yeah, you're not at the top of the tree there. But he was trying to make out he was. In answer to that, I would help Julia if she wanted me to. I have no beef with her. I'm just trying to get her best head shrink I could find. No, not Jeremy Kyle. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I've said that. Like someone like Julia Wandelt, like she was a bit whatever and like saying sue me and this and that. But I'll be like, hang on, I'm what, over 40 years deep in like depression, anxiety, bipolar. I'll talk to her. I would talk to her about mental health. Genuinely, I would. So forget all this, that, and everything else, all your claims. Let's like sit. Let's talk about that, and then we might address that later. But yeah, I would sit with Julia and talk to her properly like that. But I can't see us, because of maybe everyone else said she wouldn't sit with me. but I probably know a lot more about mental health, like especially with the depression and the bipolar and anxiety. I probably know more than the average person. I'm not, anything I say or do is self-taught. I'm very good at reading people. I can feel sometimes what people are feeling just by being near them. I'm a bit weird like that, but yeah, I would talk to her. So yeah, I see what you're saying, Desolate One. I mean, I don't throw everyone under the bus. I mean, because I'm saying all this, it doesn't mean I actually sort of hate her or anything like that. I'm just saying what she's doing is wrong. What she's saying is wrong. It's not true. But I'd love May to really be out there and everyone wrong about the McCanns, but Julie isn't ready. Yeah, I'd love to be. Imagine that though. Yeah, I would. I'm well happy. It would shut Julia up. She'd be like. But yeah, that would. And then I'd admit I've got it wrong, but I'll be so happy. Yeah, still live, Gee, still live. I'm still talking. What have you missed? Not a lot. No, you missed the best bit, mate. You missed the best bit. No. We've been talking about Sean Atwood, Julia Wandelt, Ron Swanson, Break the Ice. That's it. The most recent saying, so do Break the Ice. I've got to watch about 3, 4, 5 videos of someone before I do my body language analysis and that. But I'll be doing it Monday with Break the Ice. But I'll probably like we said earlier with Sean, I'll probably do that and we'll watch Break the Ice and Julie Wandelt and do both of them maybe. Unless you just want to do Julia Wandelt. Either. Is he not coming on The Wizard? I thought he was going to be a guest. Pay no attention to me. No, I was going to be doing a body language analysis of him and Julia Wandelt on Monday at 8 p.m. I've got one of his interviews with Julia Wandelt lined up to for us to review and watch, because not a lot of people, I don't mind as long as he has good intentions and his channel's going the right way. Even by the end of it, I'll know and I'll say, yeah, he's worth following. I'll give anyone a shout out if they're doing the good work. Does anyone know who that Stephen Dempster is? No. I saw that. It's a name, isn't it, on one of the posts. I do not know. I did ask, but nobody knew. Welcome back. I know she'll be disgraced, but she'll end up in. Yeah, hence why she does bloomin' OnlyFans or tried. We're talking about lard or shortening for the Best Buy day. Brady Ice is on doubt with Umbrella. Is he? Oh dear, that's a shame. Done a runner. We're saying Arjo a proper hard fella, not the pretend. Very intelligent man. I respect him. He's lived Darren. That's not. No, it's not the one with the one eye, is it? Confusing. Because I've seen a few things on is it English channel? What's his name? Johnny English, Jimmy English, James English. Oh, I watched so much. Oh, Ellie Christmas was. Oh, that was it. Yeah. Your thoughts, TTLG on Brooke now? Because I don't think it's got anything to do with it. And the fact that they found a USB lead like 10 years later, it's all a bit dodge. But he's a bad egg. Definitely something. But I think with when it comes to Maddie, like you say, with the cadaver dogs giving signs of her in the apartment, this and that, and whatever, I don't think Bruckner has anything to do with that. But they even said, like, oh, he's nearby. So he's not actually there. He was nearby. But it's all a bit dodgy to me. It's like a bit of a whatever, because I'm more inclined looking at that David Payne and whatnot. But, apparently Ron is trying to say this is the person who gave her money. I'm not sure I buy that. I don't know, Code Red. Don't know. Can be about until you'll come on the stream. Yeah. We've got hopefully both on the Thursday, 5th of June. It's already up. The DNA special, because Dani will take over that one. I shall be sitting down. So we'll be going through the DNA. That'll be very interesting. I'm looking forward to getting educated on that one. So yeah, they should be there, but I don't know. I haven't even asked them actually because I'm not. I don't. Everyone's got a life, so I don't expect them to be going live once or twice every week. Do you know what I mean? As and when they can. Obviously, it's not a problem. But I thought Mondays, like I'll do that review with Breaking the Ice interview with Julia Wandelt, and then on the Thursday. So what I'll try and do is stick to the Thursdays being when guests can appear and do their thing. But in the meantime, all their links are in the description for Blank Faces Alive and Through the Looking Glass, aka the Real Julie Wandelt. So it's all there. But yeah, so Thursdays I'm going to try and keep so they do, so I can get guests on if I can get guests. I'm lucky enough to get Dani and Kelly. So, and they've got their knowledge and everything on this. So you know, there's no point in going here, there, and everyone else looking for other people when I've got the brains already. The Wizettes. Thank you for doing that. Sean is a businessman. Glad you told the room that. Yep, definitely a businessman. Sean's Mr. Teflon. Yeah, I mean, he got away with the Cali Diamond stuff, and he tends to go after smaller channels that call him out. I've called him out. He's just not doing anything or saying anything. Must go now. It was good to vent some frustrations inflicted upon me unnecessarily. Well, it's a pleasure to have you here, RS, as always, obviously. So thank you very much for watching. And frustrations, get a punch bag. That's what I say. But look after yourself. Take it easy. Don't forget, we're live Monday, 8 p.m. and Thursdays, 8 p.m. And I'll do some random during about 1, 2 o'clock during the day for some reason. Oh, yeah, because I upgraded my StreamYard, so I've got unlimited. I'm not stuck on 20 hours, so I can go live whenever I like. Sean used to have one on a regular, but typically and often happens. Sean peeved off Darren. Darren got his own channel. Well done, lad. I said to him, yeah. Who gave Julia money? Julia's first stuff was asking for money for psychiatric treatment, to be fair, before this. Blimey, ultimate grift, didn't she? Good luck, RS. I'd love to hear your testimony in detail sometime. Yeah, see, even if what was I saying? What was I saying? I went blank then. My bad. He's interesting, Dan. Also, he doesn't BS what he says from those rough ass streets. Reform there. Yeah. Who looking at how many channels do you figure are under the umbrella? I said from day one, Sean financed all this. Shame he did not do what you did. Dig passport. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's weird you said that. Yeah, that's why I've got that indigo thing. Even my doctor said something about that. Like me and my doctor are like quite good with the word depression and this and that. But yeah, I said things, whatever. I've been told that a few times. I need to embrace it, even at my age. But thing is though, like not now, but way back, it seemed to have gave people the right to sort of take the mick out of me. And I used to do things like lend money, or someone needed something, so I'd buy it for them and that, and then they just drop you. They just use and abuse you. They confuse your niceness for the ability for them to abuse you or take advantage of you, I should say. So, yes, you did. You got any views on John Wedger? I know he was teaming up with Ron. Did that fall flat? I wonder if I could get someone like John Wedger on. That'd be funny. Ron in a vid is claiming Stephen Dempster gave her money for the flight, then did a video with a fake voice. I watched them last night. Wow. If Delia sees your t-shirt, she'll shout, yeah, in English and Polish, and lash out at anyone with that t-shirt. I think we'll get about her hot temper. I know. That's what I mean. We'll have to, everyone's got to buy one. Give it last. Julia's not Maddie. I'd like to know. Yeah, I've spoken with Steve, nice guy. He gave her £1,000 and has bought her up. What? Wow. So taking advantage of him. Breaking Ice did interview one of the living Coronation Street actors. Oh, what? Happy days. He's a genuine person, really giving out so much. Yeah. English guy. John Wedger, in what way do you mean opinion? His involvement with Julia? So Steve gives her money for the flight, then she talks to Ron right before, and then she's arrested right when the plane lands. I smell a huge rat. Yep, something going on there. John G. Liverpool fella from a notorious family. Way he tells his story and advice to youth. Credit to him. Yeah, life lived, innit? You don't get better than listening to someone who's been there and done that and got the t-shirt, so to speak. They're the best people to say. Like, you know, when if you're struggling with drugs, a former drug addict would be the best person to talk to, not someone who's paid for an education. They wouldn't have a clue. Because taking her to Sean, he knew she was not Maddie. We talked about Sean, ran with the dollar, then she's Maddie. Now, Code Red, Steve didn't shop Julie. He wants to help her. His wife was a victim of, oh no, not post office scandal. That was awful. Who is Steve? Is that breaking the ice? No, that's Steve Dempster. He's appeared in a couple of posts, hasn't he, on Facebook. When I was in the court of Julia, I came up with justice for Julia on the live. I was proper deep. Swear to you, live chat. I myself would likely then punch in her name. You wouldn't believe how many punches I've had thrown at me, mate, being a doorman. Blimey. Claws and all sorts. That. I'm adverse in self-defense and other moves. But yeah, Stevens, yep. But yeah, I've had many, some have landed, to be honest. I've never been knocked out though, touch wood. What did they do to my melon then, man? Melanid. That's what me and my son say, Melanid. Is that actually his name? Break the Ice? Is it? I got that confused then. Oh, okay, I must look him up. Never heard of Dempster. No. So, but apparently he lives near me. He lives in Portsmouth. I know the road, but I won't say it out on. I won't say it out here. But you can read it. It's in the. There's a couple of posts. One's got it redacted, so it's all blacked out, and the other hasn't. So, thanks for that info. Apparently, Julia has been making bank from a lot of people. Yes, I believe John Wader put Julia forward to Sean to talk about SRA because it's something he is passionate about. Yeah, I think it's more to Sean abusing that. I think. Okay, we all know what we're asking. Who going to say they're prince to the throne of England and King Charles is your daddy? First dibs on Balmoral. She's good at what she does, Code. Yes. I looked at John Wedge's channel years ago. He did swims for SA Help. He even did odd interview with young women who were hurt. I would love to have him as a friend. Yeah, I'd have someone like John Wedger on here, but I don't know if he would, to be honest. I don't know if he would. So, but my channel is not big enough. But if you know John Wedger, put a call out on my behalf. But maybe I ain't got enough thingy. But it'd be really good to get to know him because, you know, watch interviews, this and that. But when you actually talk to someone, that's when you really get to know him, isn't it? You can still find ways of swimming years ago, but cannot think his channel name then. Oh, you have a channel? They said all those shows that them cans into Satan things, the thumbnails, hey, we'll get those thumbnails they use. Shocking, they'll be sued that channel. Yeah, I have to look it up. Secure been blank faces video on with you. I haven't. I don't even think I've seen that. I've watched a couple of her, a few of her videos now. No, Fred. I just seen blank face name today. I just popped in to hear about Julia. Yep, her links and everything are in the description, the same as Dani's from the Real Julia Wandelt. More to him Then what's presented on the Sean Atwood channel? Yeah, probably. Yeah. Pretty right. Does Blankface have a whitey tail? I don't know. Yes, she does. It's in the link in the description. It's in the description. So yeah, go subscribe. How did you get to phone from? That's a good question. I reckon Sean paid for that or whatever. Done. So yep. There you go. Fred's telling you. So's Random Rachel. Yep. Links are all links for Through the Looking Glass, i.e. Julia, the real Julia Wandelt, and Kelly from Blank Faces Live. All their links are in the description. So go like, subscribe, follow every single link that's there. Team of Genuine Poet, John Wayne Gets My Goat. He fell out with a now deceased genuine survivor, Mr. Mike Taraga, and called Mr. Taraga some nasty names on one of those videos. Well, we all entitled to an off day. Maybe it was a Julia's on the remand wing in prison. She's not technically a criminal yet. That's very true. She has a landline in her room, but she still has to pay for calls like a normal prisoner, and there's a time limit to the calls. I'd never do that. I thought they still had the same as a prisoner would. So something else I didn't know. There we go then. Just has to pay for calls. And I assume Sean Atwood paid for that. Or all those people sending her money. She was in some place that was more kind of the normal prison. They had phones. She might have lost that since she did that phone call. This is what I've heard. Yeah, basically what TD Through the Looking Glass said. I was going to say TTLG, but it come out wrong. Yes, see what Through is telling you. Yep, that's it. Yep. Where he prattled on the roof of a building, John Major wouldn't answer questions about whether his foundation was registered with the Charity Commission. I don't know. In name of journalism, I'd never ever charge a person. Those interviews should be free. If you speak to at an institution, of course, what would be discussed with Wedger, no price on that. Yes. And research, as I found no evidence, so I'm not particularly a fan of Wedger. He's buddies with a man who was arrested for kidnapping a kid he believes is an SRE victim. I never knew that either. Is there footage perplexed? I'm curious because I have real spider senses of some of the RSA claims. Time limit social media. Sheep goes. Wedger could do so much good, but he focuses on fake rings and non-existent satanic cults. That's the problem, innit? You start looking for stuff that's not there, or you think there's stuff there when there isn't there. They got to be really careful, especially if you've got skills, innit? If you actually have skills, be ashamed to be wasting on things that are not really there. But I think in the last stream, I mean, it was coming across that he's sort of a good geezer. I don't know him. I've not watched enough videos of him to really go down that. That's why I said, like, so interviewing someone like him, that's when you get to know him. But there's always secrets, isn't there? But yeah, I don't know him well enough, so I only go by what you guys are saying. Do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, with what Through the Looking Glass has said there, this one here, like that, I've got no reason to doubt what Dani's saying. So you know what I mean. Whereas other people, they just pop in saying this and that. You take it with a pinch of salt, but you got to do your research, haven't you? So, but I mean, I'm on the fence. I don't know in one way or the other. But obviously, people like Dani say things. I'm more inclined to believe that. I bookmarked the channel. I'll have a look. Thank you. Excellent. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Did I miss any question while I was out? No, you didn't. Sort of flew through them, got there, and yeah, I thought I was hoping to get some like that other one earlier, the sort of Julia believers, so to speak. That would have been good to get a few more in with questions like that, because I think we done well. Like, you know, we debunked everything she said, but like you said, sometimes it's just not enough. But There are satanic cults, but how they operate so strange. They do exist, hidden deep. Yes, I've got some videos coming up about cults because I've done one with Ahmadi, the Ahmadi religion of peace and light. I'll tell you about that. I think I had over 400 views. I was quite happy with that. But yeah, I do some of the cult stuff. I won't do Scientology because there's loads of people on that, and excuse me, there's actual ex-Scientology personnel doing videos because that Leah Remini, she was one. But yeah, that's being hammered by everyone and everything, so I won't bother. But I'll look in. There's a few the Jesus Fellowship. We got the Ahmadi Religion of Peace of Light. They're both in the UK, so yeah, you know, more closer to home. There is Scientology in the UK, which I didn't realise when I looked it up. Yeah, I never knew. Shows how much we don't know, doesn't it? Shows how much. I don't doubt it. Desolate, but most people chase made-up nonsense, and it's such a waste. Yeah, that bugged me about doing something and found out it was all porkies. I'd be like, oh my god, I waste all my time. But yeah, I wouldn't then try and twist it to make out it's something. I'm not sure if charitable foundations had to be registered, to be fair. I think is if you're over £5,000 a year, I think you need to register. But don't hold me to that because I looked at it many moons ago. I'd like you to give your thoughts on Bruckner through the looking glass, please. There you go. Yeah, I gave my views. Going down the rabbit hole. Now I see through the looking glass. Good people. Yeah, I've got that written on here. Down the rabbit hole channel. Lady. Email. But I was and ahhing because she's got about 80,000 subscribers. I was like, oh, I don't know, I've only got 5,000. She'd be like, no, you're too small. I mean, but some claims are so theatrical and there's no evidence of those ones. Yes. Yeah, so much people. I think that people nowadays are really inclined to like tell porkies just for 5 minutes of fame. And you're like, why bother? When you practice magic, you gain abilities. Yep, that's how. Well, I'm a wizard, mate. No, really. In the invisible and unseen, they gather their coven. That's why not found. Stay clear of black magic. It is not Buffy or Charmed. I was going to say Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Charmed. There's a thing on Netflix called The Good Witch. I think Bruckner is a solid suspect. Oscan's razor and all that. Time will tell. So that's where I think we may differ there. I genuinely don't think Bruckner's got anything to do with it. But I won't go into it because I'm trying not to do the actual case. I'm trying to like stick to just Julia Wandelt because the case just blows my mind. I read the PJ files, my brain's boosh. So I'm trying to stick to just like proving Julia Wandelt was a Fruit Loop. You know what I mean, geez? But, you know, again, I'm wrong, but just trying to stay away from it. The FBI has been warning about 764. That's genuine satanic cult. Not heard of that one. Let me just make a note because these all things I want to look into. So I'll do some cult videos because I think they're interesting. I think he's the most likely perpetrator. Pinky Zakura. Same thread. I reckon to a movie called A Dark Song. Ooh, it's on Netflix. I agree, Rachel. Down that rabbit hole is fab, very friendly. Yeah, I was thinking whether to get hold of her or not. I don't know because, like I say, she's got about 80,000 subscribers or something, and I've already got just over 5,000. So, Dark Song. Oh, I just done that one, didn't I? Oh no, I've done it twice. Yeah, you wrote it twice. Hey. Freedom Glass. I am done 8 years. I tend to watch dog vids now. I bet they're more entertaining. Anytime I hear a fantastical story, I always look for those with opposing opinions, and it brought me here, patting myself on the back now. Yeah, that's what it's all about. All the way. I mean, like even this, the Bruckner thing we just said. If we ever done a video about it, it'd be good because if someone thinks he is involved and someone thinks he isn't, that's where you get the good old proper, get the info out, discussion, and one or the other could change their minds or not, whatever, or however. That's what I like. That's what I like, if I'm honest with you. So yeah, as long as you've got an open mind, it's correct. That's the only way to get the full story. Listen to all sides. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, geez. Being in our news, terrifying, aimed at the youth on social media. Bloody hell. Is it? I will investigate. I will. That's the truth for sure. ESP in these times. Yes. Yeah, reach out to Rabbit. Yeah, I've got it written down to do that. But when I see she had about 80,000 members, I was, I don't know. But yeah, it'd be nice if I can get her on here for an interview or something, see what she thinks. But yeah, but I will. I will do it. In the case of the link to the video of Mike Taraga vanished, it's called More Questions for John Wedger on the Jimmy Jones channel from 4 years ago. Let me John Wedger, Jimmy Jones. Jimmy Jones. More questions for Wedger. Right, made a note of that. Happy days. Happy days. Pepe the Frog. Pepe the Frog. If Bruckner's guilty, it proves Juliet is a fantasist. So, yeah, definitely. I think she is anyway, regardless. So, but I think there's more to do with, like, I'm trying not to go into it, but when they're saying, like, it was Jerry McCann and David Payne, it's in the PJ files that they were doing this and, like, doing their lips, like, they were doing weird stuff or something when they were talking about Madeline and that. It's, if you read that, it's there's something about that David Payne. There's definitely something about him, without a doubt. So thanks for open. I've watched that. It's good. Although everyone's seen it and I haven't. How bad of me? I never said it doesn't exist, but I don't think it's a chance under the beds like people used to be. Reds under the beds. What's been the news, Rachel? I want to look into it. The news. Like it was Reds under the beds in the 50s. I am that old, but I was just a kid then. Ducks are about a woman hires a man to perform ritualistic magic so she can talk to her son. Brilliant movie. Be on streaming. Don't know where. Worth buying on Amazon. Okay, song film. Made a note, just in case. They're not quite sure want to get close to. Oh, is it stands for 09A? I'll investigate. Is that the movie that Bill mentioned? Great film. So you will know that from the start to finish, just shows you writing, acting that convinces you. Forget watching the film. Yeah, that's what I like. The best sort of acting in it. Agreed, Perplex. I mean, most people don't want to get close to cults, but they're genuinely terrifying. Yeah, I mean, from what I know and from what I've seen or heard or whatever, then yeah, I definitely agree. Definitely agree. But yes, some of them, like, you can look in and then you can do a video about them, but be a bit more, wait, you don't go so in depth. Do you know what I mean? You sort of scout around, but just make people aware of type video rather than full on like investigate. So yeah, I always bear that in mind because yeah. But in Ulster, the Dirty Tricks Brigade fights black magic groups. Blimey. Colin Wilson. I've got loads to do there. Satanic Panic. Satanic Patrick. SpongeBob. Resurgence. There's just so many people are lost nowadays, and the social media make everyone's got to be perfect, and no one feels like they're perfect, so they don't fit in, and they're going to be doing this, that, and everything else, aren't they? It's terrible, absolutely terrible. But it's a shame because Sean Atwood has a platform where he could do good if he would go for quality rather than quantity. Yeah, it's a shame. He's got a good platform there, like, you know, over 900,000 subscribers. but he's only getting like 40,000 views, which is a bit strange. So, Art the Clown, new. All these huge platforms peddling poo. Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking, unless I know what I'm doing, I ain't doing a video just for the sake of it. Sean was genuine to start with, yeah, but then he probably got a bit carried away with the money and this and that. And so, what's your favourite movie? One that I've seen a couple many times. Demolition Man. I loved that when I was younger. iRobot. From when I was a lot younger, and that the reason I ended up doing half the stuff I'd done was all the. I used to love watching the Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal movies. I had them all on tape back in the day, videotapes. But yeah, that was my cup of tea. That makes you go in a certain direction, doesn't it? There is those ones that aren't, though. I could believe maybe online warfare, like intelligence agencies. Yeah. Oh yeah. We all have a bit of Arnie. That Kindergarten Cop, that's underrated. But yeah, I like that. And what's the one where like they're in the movie? They're actually in the movie. I can't think what it is, but that kid and the bloke with the acid eyeball. You know, the smiley face. I can't think what it is. But Jaws, yeah. I love Jaws. That was brilliant. A great white shark, Latin, is Carcon Carcaricus. I love sharks. Always watch Shark Weeks. Last Action Hero. Yes, that's it. Yes. That's a good film. I like that. That's good. But Jaws was brilliant. Bruce was the name of the shark. Yeah. I had a ZX Spectrum Plus 2. I had a Sega Mega Drive because I completed Sonic the Hedgehog. But yeah, happy days. Right, guys, we're going nearly 3 hours. Oh my word. Oh my word. I bet the voice downstairs going, I want to go to bed. But yeah, Last Action Hero. Yeah, that movie. I loved that. I did. That was cool. I saw you in a movie. I knew you were going to say that. What? But yeah, it's brilliant. But happy days. Right, let's. I better let you all go to bed. Now it's 9 minutes to 11. Blimey, is it screen getting dark? These lights are put. I have to get a better light bulb. But anyway, happy days. Right, people, we're all done and dusted. I am back. I've been going random live at some point during the day, like I do. No idea why. I just do because now I haven't got the time. Now I've got the time limit, so we need to make a little stew somewhere other than the bedroom. Yeah, I like it here because it's out the way, and we've got a townhouse, so I'm right up out the way. Well, being a marathon, cheers, and everyone. Yeah, it's been a bloomer marathon, hasn't it? But I don't know where the time goes. It's crazy. Random Race 91. Oh, cool. I found the movie Dark Song on YouTube. Oh, happy days. Let me just put YT. Put YT on that. Yeah, I want to investigate that. Good job, everyone. Yep, it's been fantastic. It's been happy days. We're all learning, aren't we? We will get more into it next Thursday with Dani and hopefully Kelly with the DNA. And it'll be Dani talking, not me. So I'm sure you're going to be loving it. Loving it. So that'd be happy days. So we look forward to that. And then Monday, like I say, I'm doing the Break the Ice. I think it's all up so you can get your notifications on. Go to my channel page. Notification on. Do not miss it. Do not miss the lives. Good night, Desolate One. Come dine with me. My neighbour's over there. We're on that. Come dine with me. Believe it or not. Makes you pay. I ain't paying for nothing, mate. But yeah, it's been a great one. It's been happy days. I'll say all my bits, so nice. So no point saying them all again. So I'll wind it all up. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, all of you who have been in the chat, saying your things, agreeing, not agreeing, having a little chat. yes, the lovely bunch. The Gandalf gang or the Wizard fam is growing. What's that? Shut off my tattoos. None of that. But yeah, so until the next live, which is officially Monday 8 p.m, unless I go random at some point or whatever, then happy days. So I shall see you all Monday 8 p.m. Hopefully, don't forget, like I say, it's all up on my page ready. So just get your notifications on. It's all tickety boo. Happy days. So in the meantime, to each and every one of you lovely people, be wizard, stay wizard. That's the wizard words.